So for you, all that being considered and always said, Mr. Yo is the favorite, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think they've played too many times against each other. There's been so many instances which Yo has been 1 or 2 games better. Yo has to be the favorite for me. Having said all that, I mean, we're repeating ourselves now. MbL's always been close. And I think that's important to remember. It's not like there's been a ton of sweeps. So we'll see. I think the other thing that Yo has is a lot more consistency on the day. We know what version of Mr. Yo you're going to see. With MbL, that's not always the case. So this first game will give us a really solid idea of where MbL's at.
Yeah, there's a lot of maps, and well, you can see, guys, the civilizations on the screen. This is Malay, and Hindustan is the most important. We all know Malay is going up much quicker. Then Hindustan is a camel civilization with a better discount. But this map is really big. It's a semi-open category, so it's kind of booming map with the gold completely in the northeastern, the stone in the south, and then we have MbL on the left and Mr. Yo on the right. There is one neutral pond at the bottom, and then let's say one pond that belongs to each player, you know, but this one is also important in the middle game usually, but sometimes people is going there as the first pond. So what they're going to go, the safer choice, like now Mr. Yo, or the harder one that might be to go to the other, because Malay, if you keep the ponds safe, careful with them, Tristan.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite a journey for MbL though. His scout is pushing in some deer at the moment. And so this villager is really walking this river here. I mean, he'll eventually get there. But you really don't want a villager not working for this long of a period of time. But I guess, hopefully he doesn't pass it, but he might end up there. And there is more fish here than in the other area. So that's the benefit. I think so anyways. There's 8 on the starting area, and then there's 9 here. And oh my God, he's passing it. He's passing it. He's missing it. This is exactly what I mean. Like, he obviously knows the map, but it's just a horrible start for MbL. He's just passing past the area he needs to dock. And this is...
He can see there, Tristan. If you see how Vodka show you again, Vodka, please. He can see the mangrove terrain there, MbL with the fog of war. That area is the pond, so he can see it. So maybe he want to make a dock to his opponent. This is on purpose. It's not passing.
I don't think it's on purpose. I think he just misses it. I like on purpose with 500 wood in the bank. And now he's building the mill. It just feels like he's now kicking himself and frustrated. I mean, he's going to keep going. And if he keeps going, he's going to eventually find Yo's dock. But
TC.
but this is... Okay, some of my favorite MbL games are full adaptation mode, right? This was not his plan.
Look,
he's going to build a barracks now.
Are you sure? Because he's doing the barrack now, and he has and he's going to make militia. With MbL, you never know, Tristan. Seriously, like, you never know. He's ignoring now that the dog is doing a farm, and he's doing militias from there. My goodness.
I mean, it's a good idea. You need, when you've delayed the dock, you're behind an eco, and then that villager's there, you have to get some value from it, so... I kind of like it, but if you make the militia now, you delay your feudal age. So maybe he'll just wait until he clicks up, and then after he clicks up, he'll make the militia. It's just going to be tough. He's not going to have a lot of food. Like, he already had to build a farm. He's running out of sheep. He could add fish soon, but he's just so far behind on that. He already has 4 fishing ships.
Yeah, the good thing is that clicking up later, he still have 3 villages more, and then... He's still going up, gonna make a dock, and it's gonna be almost in the same time up than Mr. Yo Hindustan is. So he's gonna have a competitive time, and the militias are very close to that wood. He didn't find it, but they are also, remember, with +1 armor for free. So maybe he can do some damage.
MbL really needs to scout here. Like, he also needs this deer, so he is, again, in full adaptation mode. But if that scout shows up with the militia... you could just use 2 militia and the scout maybe and get some value. So we'll see. But it's going to be stable for Yo. And he's going to go for scouts.
Okay. But he needs a bit of luck here, Tristan. Like, if he's able to put the militias there that don't let Mr. Yo make some quick walls, if he creates some damage, then this is worth it. If these 3 militias are for nothing, but this is what we talk about the luck. It's going exactly... to the opposite direction, not anymore. He's gonna go there to the right side. He need to find it. He did it. Tristan, and if he find the damage, it can be brutal here.
Yep, he's through. He's through. Now, he's no scout. right? Like, the militia's a little bit faster after the recent patch, but you need the scout to block there. The most important thing with Man-at-Arms is the scout. So his scout's a little late to the party. But this is... The positive now is just that Yo is not expecting this. Yo has not played games like this, and MbL's around with something. His villager's walking back, which might be part of his plan. But this is now a chaotic game where MbL can thrive.
Yeah, and one thing here is, it can be problematic too. If he hold here properly, look where the barrack is from MbL. If he sends scouts to Mr. MbL base, how are you gonna send a spear there?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Also, sneaky villager from Yo. He's making a move. He's going to try and find a spot. It's kind of difficult, but he should be able to dock there. And MbL will make his own fire galley, but some nice pressure there from Yo. Good to think of that, while also defending from this other push.
Yeah, I mean, remember that Malay Dogs has a crazy POV, so you're gonna see it all the time. The Melissas is still strong, but he never made the men-at-arm. Brett is gonna come with the spear. When the spear is gonna be there, I think he should go away with those scouts. The spear might bring a lot of strength to that composition, but he's committing. He has 4 scouts. At the end, he will kill it. So at the end, did he achieve too much with those militias? Well, he kept him on his base, but what else?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not sure.
I mean, it is a positive to keep these scouts away from your base. Honestly, there's not many scouts left. That's not horrible.
Ooh.
So the extra armor paying off there for the Malay. Plus MbL's scout is also full HP as well. That's actually very good for MbL.
Well, it's one scout more than MbL only. So as you mentioned, is nice. And at home, I believe he's doing now, what, an archery range? MbL, let's check there, Vodka.
Yeah, looks like
we
it.
see it.
Yep.
Yeah, it has to be that. I mean, what else, right? Yeah, there you go.
I can't help but feel like it's a shame that MbL's forward villager went home. Like, he took some hunt from the deer, and then he went home, and he actually just passed by the sheep, not the sheep, sorry, the fish in the middle dock, which is where he wanted to dock originally. If he would have been able to sneak a dock up there, that could have been very nice. But at this point, the forward has done its job, I guess, to delay Yo, and this would be a bit more of a normal game.
Yeah, the Malay always will be most likely up to castle is faster, at least that you are getting a massacre at home and you have to commit and do a more army or even a second barrack, which I don't think he will do it. But scouts are coming and that's one player down. Most likely, maybe he's gonna save it.
Yep.
No, he's gonna be down.
To your point, though, you can't go spears at home now, right? Because you went for the forward barracks. So he's got to send spears the whole way home, which is going to take a very long time. And honestly, if I'm Yo, it's already tough for MbL to defend with spears. I just add my own range now. And it looks like at home, he's already thought ahead on that. So a couple skirms, couple archers probably on the way for Yo.
Is there? He's doing them. He's gonna send it now. Resources is still okay for both. Almost the same resources collected. You can see on foot that MbL is sitting almost in 500 foot. Then he's doing Tone Watch. Mr. Yo, this one is gonna be fine with the... Ooh, that demo. But, oh, another one. 10. Oh. Okay. Well, if he keep doing demos and then he is still not getting the water, this is not good for Yo because he's investing quite a lot.
Yeah. Well, it was 2 demos. It kind of keeps his dock alive. But the bigger thing for Yo is I feel like the water's a distraction on land. Another opportunity to kill a villager. And he's going to get the villager kill there. So now 2-0 on the Eco KD for Yo. Resources collected still very close. This is what we talked about with the Malay. You can lose a couple vills and kind of shake it off, no problem. But I just really like how much control Yo has over the game right now.
Yeah, and you like it, like, for example, it seems that MbL is doing something unique. We have never seen in this map, and we have seen this map a lot, Tristan, this strategy, you know? So you like it that he's trying to innovate, or is this a signal or something, preparation, or a signal of what we were talking before, I need to do something different against Yo?
Well, I genuinely don't think that this was part of the plan at all. I think MbL screwed up. Honestly, Memb, I should probably be nicer than that.
Okay.
I should probably say it was part of the plan. I don't think it was part of the plan, but once the mistake was made, a good job from MbL to do something with that Vil. Because if he didn't, it would have been significantly worse for him. He's coming forward now. I like how he's not waiting around. And Yo's going to try and track this here, but at least MbL's getting a counterattack in, because it's been a while. It's been all Mr. Yo over the last few minutes.
Okay, we're gonna make a deal, Tristan. Today, I am the guy who say the Titanics and everything. Today, I am the good guy. You are the bad guy. You know, so
Good
he's
cop,
doing
bad
bad
cop.
things, and then I will say, no, he's playing good. It's on purpose, man. It's on purpose. It's a plan. And then no map. He did terrible. He did MbL.
You know how
Well-
I could. I'm so sure that it wasn't on purpose, because if MbL wanted to do that on purpose, that villager would still be there. He wouldn't walk forward, build a barracks, build a house, and walk all the way home. If that was MbL's plan, dude, you know there'd be like a stable there,
also-
a bunch of houses. They'd be
and
building a
also-
siege workshop right now. So
And why to go around? You can go almost straight.
yeah.
And it's shorter, you know, it's not gonna go to the TC, but you don't need to go all the way around. That's a good point there. Okay, Castlage, elephants. He's doing elephant already now. Well, you can deal with all those skirmishes, to be honest. Why not? The monk
Honestly-
is not gonna be close at all.
Yeah, honestly, long term, Hindustanis are not the best at dealing with good elephant civs because they don't get help. Now their camels are still strong, but the elephants are much cheaper than the camels. So I think MbL's just making one or two to help clear this up. But long term, it's certainly something to think about. MbL dropping 2 TCs now, much faster than Yo. Or sorry, he's dropping just that one extra TC. And he's Malay. Power of Malay. He's still alive. He's ahead in Vils. And he's starting to boom, which is what MbL would want.
You see, Mayan, that the game is going for that stage to make elephants. You know how the crazy might be the game with a map like this. If he's gonna commit in elephants, it can be brutal. But what is brutal now is that he has already minute 19. Remember, 9 is a start. Handcart already.
Yeah.
Sick.
Usually with MbL, that's because maybe he forgot to build some houses. But he does like to get handcart early as well, so it could be a mix of both. Man, I have seen MbL lose a villager on that farm 3 times now.
He's the third, right?
I think he saves
No.
that one, but he
Okay.
needs to just delete that farm. That farm is a problem.
Basically, right? It's a pity they don't have the barrack there. He has now still the demo. The spears are on the blast bit. He could bring home, but he's not. 65 population, 57. So right now the game is extremely close. I will say that nobody has a real advantage here, no?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty close. I mean, in Yo's case, he's got a bit more mobility. So the scouts from him aiming to kill the Vil will get the snipe. But I like MbL's eco setup for the most part. And I think this is going to go late. So, Mem, how many games have you seen on this map where people have had to think about the fact that most of the gold is in the north and then most of the stone is in the south? Because a lot of the games I've seen kind of end before we've seen a lot of that gold get taken. But I also haven't watched every game. Like you, I was sick and I was away. So that seems like a really big thing to think about right now. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah. It's been important, you know. It's been important. One of the games that matters about that was, for example, Hera Balls, that it went into towers and fire lancers with Korea Balls, you know.
Yep.
So you can imagine he was completely close at home. There was some other stuff. It can happen, but this civilization was kind of invited for this because MbL cannot really take any risk or rate. He's gonna keep booming and booming, and we might go into the map control.
Yeah.
Basically.
And the reason I bring it up is because, and I hate to have this angle, especially because I know MbL likes to rewatch all the casts later, so hi, MbL. But, like, I hate to bring it up, but because of MbL's mistake at the start, where he just completely misjudged
Mistake
where the
again.
dock was,
Let's go.
I just wonder, like, is MbL gonna think about the fact that those golds are in the north? Because he doesn't have vision on it. And in Yo's case, he does have a little bit more vision on it because of the scouting.
But can we put the forward war? No, but he knows, because when you check the south right now from MbL POV, he see the stone. When the stone is at the bottom, and but if you see 3 to 4 piles that he see, you know that the gold is in the north.
Is
You know,
it
gold
that
always
different
in one
every
side.
time? Is the gold and stone?
It can change.
Okay.
It can change. One on the stone, one on the north, one in the south, but always the stone is one side, gold is in the other side.
Got it. Okay, cool.
You know.
Well then, yeah, and he also has the Spearman scouting now too, so I think that's definitely something he's thinking about. And he's dropping his 3rd town center. I don't mind still building your TCs all close together like this, but I think later in the game, you're definitely going to want to have a castle or some TCs on those golds.
How do you feel about Cav Archer's transition now? Because Mr. Yo is going now Cav Archers. He still doesn't have yet them on the field, but he's doing them. And then I see at the same time crossbow upgrade from MbL with not even fletching.
Yeah. This is just classic MbL. He's going to continue to mass the army, but the main focus is eco. I think, to answer your question, I think Cav Archer is really good here because you don't have knights and there's no reason to make camels. So you're kind of out of other ideas. And considering he already invested into all the ranged upgrades, Cav Archers are good to raid. Skirms will be more for like defending in the middle. So I don't mind it. I think your best composition with the Hindustanis might be Cav Archers and Hussars long term.
Okay, that's pretty sick. Look at that Tone Center. It's the first time I see a TC here on the shortfish. That's quite a lot of food, to be honest, and you don't have to make farms or anything. But Mr. Yo, not patient anymore. As you can see, it's just going to go forward, Siege War Shop, and Cav Archers. Oh, what will be the counter for MbL? What he has is an oath. He has a mangonel, also elephants and crossbows, so...
Yeah, I think MbL's got... If this little army stays together, I think it could be really good. And you could tell Yo is concerned. Yo backed away with the Siege Workshop Foundation. But I actually love his current Siege Workshop Foundation because imagine trying to run through that if you're MbL. There's rocks on either side, and then there will be a Siege Workshop with a flag on it. You're not going to feel comfortable moving into that choke point. So I think that Yo pretty much locks that area down for the time being.
Okay. He's also having a lot of stones, so soon he might be able to make a castle. He's doing redemption. Wow, he's investing, man. He really wants to push. But MbL, now with Ballistic, I'm sorry, Tristan, but he's having a good amount of army and strong himself with Ballistic, with Botkin, Mangonel. I mean, he can counter this? What do you think?
I think so. Also, I think we're going to see a lot of games like this in the series. So for all the people watching the event right now, I hope you're excited for a long one because... these guys are so methodical with how they play. Very rarely are they going to be broken, too. They're both very well known for not dying. And the conversion doesn't actually come in on the Mangonel. The other monks aren't converting. The Lycav are just attacking the elephants. And MbL, okay, it could have been worse for him. But that's actually really good, though. He killed all the monks, and he can just make more siege if he wants to. Or go up to Imp. Wow.
He's up to Imperial. Well, Yo too, but Imperial time with Malai gonna be pretty sick. We have to remind to the viewers, Tristan, that this series give them 1k more right away. So qualifying for the quarterfinal is not only that you are top 8, but then $1,000 more for this series more, which matters obviously a lot. But well, what they want is to get farther possible in the tournament. They are competitors and want to be there. And now, castle at home for Mr. Yo. Well, okay, but usually when you get into this stage, people is going either to the left or to the right to try to get the gold or the stone. He's playing very safe right now, Mr. Yo. He's not really confident about the situation right now.
I could be wrong, but I think he saw MbL's score dip because their score was pretty even, and when you click up to Imp, it'll dip by a few hundred. And I think he saw the score dip, and so he knew that MbL clicked up, and that's why he's placing the castle there. He feels like he needs some safety, and that's a pretty safe spot. That's right through the opening that would have gone into his base. But what a game. Yeah, I mean, 6 relics collected already. Sorry, man. Big armies, and this will get crazier as well. MbL will soon have a castle, and this will continue.
But look at these resources collected. I mean, the upgrades, the co-upgrades are the same. I feel that MbL has been getting... or better say, Mr. has been getting a lot more food, more farming than his opponent. Has to be that. 47 farmers, 25. You probably want more farms with if you are Hindustanis in case that you're going to go now for some cavalry. But he's not doing that. He's doing right now Gulams. Because when you see that many archers, Gulams is the way to go. But he can also make Carabits as well. So are you sure about the Gulam choice here from Mr. Yo?
Well, I think you don't have to necessarily commit long-term to them, but... I think it's a good choice. If your opponent goes Karambits, you still have some skirms. Can maybe go Cav Archers. Can maybe go for hand cannons. But I gotta say, MbL's castle, pretty aggressive here. But if we can just compare the Fog of War, I know Vodka could do that. Like, MbL doesn't really have the outposts and the vision on the map that Yo has. And then you look at Yo. I know we've got a fight here. MbL's actually going to take a pretty good fight here. He'll be happy with this. But Yo knows everything, Mem. He's got vision in the north. He's got vision on the sides. So like, I think MbL, even that castle right there, that castle is not really in an area that looks great because he just didn't know what was out there. He's been sitting back so much compared to Mr. Yo.
Well, it's in the middle of kind of nowhere. You are not taking gold, you are not taking a stone. I mean, if you are able to push, he's fine. But he doesn't know the other castle that is more in the north.
Yep.
For Mr. Yo. Lead Gulan is going to be there. He's doing now the +2 attack. Remember, no +4 for those units. Gulans are very good against the archers. And that's why, Tristan, MbL is starting to make it stable. But if you're going to go elephants, a little bit more farms are needed. But Mr. Yo is sitting up very safe at home. With 2 castles at home, 1 in the goal. Definitely map control better for Yo, but MbL is coming.
I love this. I love this from Yo. He says, okay, you're not attacking me right now. Good. Then I'm going to go raid you. That's exactly what you need to do. And this is why MbL needs to have more of an offensive position. If MbL had all of his army and his trebs on that castle, he would have to know about it first. Then Yo would have to respect this and fight this. But Ghoulam's, I think, are going to spread out and hit MbL's eco. He doesn't have a castle there. He doesn't have a single answer to Ghoulam's back at home.
Yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. He need to be careful for raid what he got the other day against Jordan in this game. You cannot even believe Jordan was Khmer. He raided and killed 50 villages to MbL, but then MbL was for Imperial faster with Saracens and came back from, I don't know how even came back. Tristan was an insane game, but now it's different situation. MbL is getting the initiative, he's trying to push, he has 58 army. It's a lot of army. You think he's gonna take the risk, Mr. Yo, to raid? Because he has to stop this.
Yeah, the main thing is, what do the Hindustanis make against the elephants? They don't even need to be elite battle elephants. That will still be good enough against the Ghoulam's. And Yo's got the resources, but it doesn't seem like he really knows what to make. He is getting kills. The Ghoulam's are spreading out. That's the beauty of it. You can go in a lot of different positions. He's also underneath the TC.
Yeah, he's ready, man.
But
yeah,
MbL now,
ready.
MbL needs to push now. And he's doing exactly that. This is crazy.
Yeah, he need to push really quick because Mr. Yo going crazy aggressive now. He can't let the Ghoulam's come because the Ghoulam's might eat the archers. They might eat the archers. That's why he's trying to dive in. He's going to the archers. The elephants need to kill those. Obviously, the mobility here matters a lot. But he's doing a good job defending. Problem is that in the north, when we see this battle, Vodka, in the north, there is another castle on MbL face, kinda, taking a TC. And he's killing a lot.
And it's the gold,
It's
man.
killing a lot here.
It's the gold. That is where the gold is. So that is where all the gold is. MbL has very little on gold right now. And he needs more trebs to push this castle. That was so good from Yo. The raiding basically set him up. Look at all the elephants back in MbL's base. He's got 8 elephants that are there because of the raids that didn't go forward. And if he would have had those 8 elephants protecting the trebs, maybe the castle for Yo would already be down. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's now 43 villages more, and as you can see, those Ghoulam's raiding completely. Arbalest are still there, but he didn't even take the castle, that first castle. So right now, he has 4 castles, 2 at home, 2 in the gold area, raiding completely. 50 villages almost killed now to MbL, and Mr. Yo is playing like we all know pretty well. When it comes to these late games and go for the unique units, Tristan, how many times we have seen this?
Yeah.
Ladies, who's still here? Whatever, you know, when he always play unique units.
Yeah, he loves it. He loves games where he can just sit back and boom, and that's exactly what he was able to do here. And the Ghoulam's are going to dive again, and he'll snipe 1 treb. He'll snipe the cannon. The other treb will still stay here, but MbL's eco is just so bad now. He's down to 90 vills. There's 54 more vills for Yo, and he has more access to gold. So I think Yo's doing the right thing. He needs another unit. And now we're starting to see the cav archers again behind this castle.
Yeah, very nice demo there, but it's very complicated because he's not moving to the north. He still have 36 villages on call, MbL. I don't know from even where he's taking it. But if the game go longer, he's not getting any area.
Yeah,
he's taking the gold there, okay.
Yeah, he's not going to have a lot left. Normally, when you see 36 on gold, when you've got an eco like this, that means you sent a third of your eco in 1 click to a couple tiles of gold, and that's going to disappear very quickly. Maybe one last push from MbL. If he could break now, if he could take this castle, this is his last chance, I think.
Oh man, no husbandry. The elephants are really slow, Tristan, right? And he didn't have husbandry. You know, the fact is, you need those. Still, he has a lot of army, more army than Yo. But the problem is that the longer the game goes, right, with this economy, it's gonna suffer. It's gonna suffer a lot. And 4 relics for Yo. And I believe he did the upgrade that you get the gold faster, so that's affect also to the relics from the Hindustani. So it's sick.
Yeah, sick. I mean, MbL took the castle down. He might start to get crazy here because he will know that this is not looking good for him if he doesn't push. I wouldn't hate him buying a castle right now, right next to his elephants. I know he doesn't have a lot of gold long term, but a castle here would be crazy.
Here? Okay. I mean, yeah, it should be good, right? Like, you need to push, really push, because if you're taking out the farmers from Yo, he can suffer. He might have the goal.
Yep.
But if you cannot keep going the goal and rate, and look at this, well, it's still good population for Yo, but MbL keep going, and he's going to his economy. He might not be able to take those relics as well.
What have we said about MbL for years? He never dies, right? He never dies. He always does such a good job at staying in the game. And back to what we said earlier, this is not very easy for Yo comp-wise. What unit are you supposed to make here against Arbs and Elephants? It's a very difficult combination. He'll dive with Golems. He'll take only 1 Treb. MbL will still have 2 firing on that castle. And Mr. Yo, I think he needs bombard cannons. That's the one thing he's been missing. 2 bombard cannons to just roll in and snipe the Trebs would be so good.
Yeah. Well, but he's defending really well the Trebs. You know, I mean, those elephants are not easy to kill, and it was an elite battle elephants. Now they are going to be elite battle elephants. MbL needs more houses. He's now houses for a long time. He has to be careful. The upgrade is going to be there, but don't lose them now that you're going to make the upgrade. Come on, go back. It's going back. As you can see, those arbalests. And well,
oh, that's such a long upgrade. It's such a long upgrade. He's still 40 seconds away from these elephants being elite.
But it's crazy that with so little villages, how much MbL is able to do it. He's doing a lot. He's surviving. He's still in the game for so long. And the elite elephant is not there yet.
Finally. So he's going to get a lead. He's going to have like 10 on screen. And a reminder, the Malay elephants do not have access to that 2nd armor upgrade, or the 3rd, of course. So it's really difficult to keep them alive, even when they're elite. And now Yo's adding the bombard cannons. This is what I was fearing from for MbL, because now he can't do anything to keep those Trebs alive.
Yep. Let's see what's gonna happen. As you can see, the population is still struggling. 155, 200 population. We have the ballista, the elite battle elephants. I was thinking in Khmer again, like other day, but as you mentioned, he put the bomber cannon out there, and we're going to the Trebs, to the damn hell, Tristan.
Yep, to the damn hell. And MbL's gold ecos to the damn hell. He's going to have 0 on gold pretty soon. I'm looking around. There's not many gold tiles available for him. If they are available, they're going to be raided, and MbL taps out, and Mr. Yo takes the first game. That was a great game, though, Mem. A great game.
Yeah. But a bit weird that because MbL didn't take the south, didn't take the north, he went straight to the middle. And then if you don't get the flanks areas, you don't get gold, you don't get the stone in the long run.
Yeah.
You need map control there.
Well, we talked about it. This is why it's very easy when casters talk about things that aren't happening in the moment. This is why we do it, right? Because, like, that was an important aspect of this game. I felt like Yo did such a good job early on at not just using the scouts to snipe villagers, but using the scouts to find where those resources are going to be, the line of outposts on one side, the castles in the north. That's just Mr. Yo. That is what Mr. Yo is so good at. And that is one thing that I think he's a bit better at than MbL is scouting the map and adapting to it. Positive for MbL, though, he completely screwed up his start. Like, that was not part of the plan to build the barracks in the back. His eco was super far behind. He might have even wanted to resign once that villager had walked across the whole map, right? But he still went to Imp. So as long as MbL can take it to the later stages of the game, I think he's going to get some wins here today, because clearly, disastrous start, still gave himself a chance here, and he played very well.
And we are, guys, in game number 2, as you can see here, with our observer vodka. Mr. Yo is on the left, MbL is on the right, and MbL got what he want, a safe wall on the hill.
Yeah, really interesting generation. So you've got the hill where the players are going to wall. And then the other thing that I find fascinating about this, a lot of MbL's map is way worse. His golds are forward, his pond is forward, but he's closer to the opening, which is why he was able to get the wall down. So that's kind of interesting, right? I think in many ways, you could look at this and say MbL's map is bad, but that early wall is everything on Black Forest, and he didn't have to get loom, so he's up a villager, and so he's got to be happy.
That's so good. Not having the loom is so good. Also, I prefer his lake. And I'm going to explain you why. If we can check Vodka those lakes, like his lake, he can make the dock more efficient with the fishing ships. While the lake from Mr. Yo, it's at the edge of the map, I will say. Might be big, you know, but here, the lake, he has two, well, in compensation, he has two swordfish. Oh, no, he has two swordfish to MbL, I
MbL
think,
does as well, yeah. MbL does as well. I'm wondering,
Yeah, okay.
I'm wondering, and I'm not trying to create any drama here for you, man. Are those shorefish takeable with a villager when you build a dock? I think you can.
Sorry?
I'm worried that he
can.
can't. I think he can take them, and if he can take them, that's fine.
Well, I'm gonna show you. You not gonna create any drama. You know why? Because I'm gonna show the players who created this map. You know, to the viewers. Sorry, not to the players. And you can see this card. Created by Ensemble Studios. You know who is that, right? Microsoft.
Ensemble Studios. Yes, this is the Ensemble Studios version from 1999.
Yeah.
Definitely no alterations whatsoever. That's funny.
By the way, if MbL wanted, this is Explorer map. He can call a restart because there is 4 rallies for Yo, 2 for MbL. But you know what happened?
Well,
he's not calling. He's maybe calling it now.
Yeah, because 4 minutes is you have 4 minutes to call a right?
Yeah, because he has 4 relics. But honestly, even if he has 4 relics, I will. If I was him, I will stay. I think his map is good for the strategy he wants to do.
His
and
pond
the lake.
is.
Remember that it's Explore. It's Explore. You see everything. So if you put Fog of War now, Vodka, show the Fog of War, please, for one player. You see still everything. You see the generation. So let's see.
I mean, if they have, if this is a player choice for an admin I would say they do admin.
I have news. I have information. We pause for the relics because this is important. It's a playoff. We say it, but MbL want to play.
Okay, so it's MbL's choice and he wants to play. Okay,
yes, he want to play because I know him and he likes his map. You know, he likes his position. You know, because for the strategy he wants, you know how much impact has the relics? Not much. You know. So he decided to play.
That's good.
You know?
That's good. I think it's really nice to give MbL that option in this case.
He choose. We give the information. You know, we give the information. Hey, you know also, but you have 4 relics. This can be a restart. You can call for an admin restart. You want to restart or you want to play? He choose to play.
Gotta love how Yo's scout can attack through his own wall and hit the other wall. Thanks, DE. Diagonal walls can let you do some pretty crazy things. But Yo is up, and so MbL might soon regret the decision to not take the re because Yo is up, and Yo's going to be building a tower here pretty soon.
Well, he's mining a stone already. So it's pretty sure that he's going to go for the tower, right? Yeah, man. Okay, but MbL need to notice this. And the score is almost the same. Didn't drop at all. And he's not even up. So as you mentioned, this can be a big problem here.
Well, MbL's going fast castle. Like he's investing into the dock, which is a super long-term thing with fish traps. He brought in a lot of the boars. He even built a second lumber camp really early. So yeah, he is not expecting this. You're absolutely right. And the second a tower goes up there for Yo, MbL's going to have to panic back wall behind this. There goes MbL on the way to feudal. He might have enough time to stabilize this.
But without the loom. If he's without the loom and he's in the tower,
true, yeah.
Then you have to be very careful, Tristan. Very careful because then you cannot really, because you have the loom, you can repair, you can wall another, but without the loom, the tower is hitting you and it destroyed the villager right away.
Yeah.
He should wall more, and he's doing. But is 2-0? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Well, I think what you can do here is you build this extra layer and then you back up just out of range of the tower and build another layer. And you're hoping this gives you enough time because it's going to take Yo a little bit of time to get through those walls. So you use this time, you send a couple vills to stone yourself. You need to queue Loom, which he still hasn't done. But you think ahead a little bit. I think MbL's okay, but the problem is he's losing space, and that pond is super far forward. His golds are super far forward, so he can't lose any more ground here.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna be fine. He will do now a tower himself, probably.
Yeah.
And and then he has better economy already. 400 resources more collected. You know, that's something at this point. 400 more resources, mining the gold. He will do now the tower, I believe, 100%. There you go. He's coming. He's doing the counter tower. But it's still a problem because, as you mentioned, the gold is there. Oh, he's gonna palisade there. He could maybe tower hop. I don't think that happened anymore, or it can.
It can happen in some weird instances. I'm not exactly sure if it would have worked there. You know what MbL can do, though, is he can delete his palisade, and he can use one vill to attack through his own houses and hit that tower. So he's just going to build the second tower. But that's something he could have considered here, and we'll see. He's going for another tower. He lost the vill because of no loom. But he should be okay.
But yeah, it's okay. Obviously, you don't want to lose
he could trap him.
Here, but
he deleted the house. He runs through, and
Yo's
gotta get out of here.
Wow. Yeah. Now Yo might lose. He might wall it. Maybe he could have wall the palisade in front again. It's tricky, man. He's taking a big risk here, MbL. I don't know if you want to do that. Mr. Yo is also really good doing these things. You know, but this is a chaos now, and well, he's still 3 villas ahead, MbL, with the same difference, with double attacks now coming, but another tower there, and you can see Tristan and also everyone joining right now, Warlords 4, how important is the map control here. Yeah,
big deal. I just wonder how good MbL's economy is actually going to be compared to Yo, when he just had like 10 vills building and garrisoned and running around in the middle of the map. I think res collected will even out a little bit. Yo's been on berries. Yo's taking his chickens. Yo's still got his sheep.
But no fish, Tristan.
But no fish, you're right.
Fish now.
Yeah.
For a long time, you know. The difference in the resources is growing. Because the fish is... It's insane here. He has 3 and he's gonna make now the 4th for a long time. It's like when you go with Kumans and get more villages, right? But this is the same right now. It's having more villages all the time. And well, it's having a good deco. The problem is that MbL might want to boom. I don't think he will going to go for a fast in. I'm not sure. With MbL, I'm not sure. Go on.
I think that'll depend a lot on how much aggression happens here. But the thing about the fishing ships to remember is they have to have the fish to work. And there was only 2 shorefish. So there's 80 food left on those shorefish. And then that's 400 wood for 4 separate fish traps. And MbL needs a market. He needs a blacksmith. He needs farms maybe too. So we'll see. MbL's going to run up the hill like a crazy person. He's going to wall that, which is insane.
He wall it!
What?
He wall it! If he killed that tower, it can be insane. He's still losing a villager now, so he really has to be careful. He's going to send everything. I think he's going to send now more villagers. Oh my god. He's going wild trying to kill everything, and it can backfire to him. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he's right now MbL's thinking, I've lost 3. Okay, now I've lost 4. But if I can kill all of those vills, it's worth it. He's hoping this will be even in the end. I was not expecting this. This is horrible for MbL. Yo just brings more vills. He'll garrison. MbL's villagers are so weak. Like, look at the vills on the towers right now. They're all like 1 volley away from death. And he loses another.
Why he's needed? Why he need to do this? He was fine, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now it's time to kill something, right? Might kill now. Okay. He's still killing. Well, at the end might be right. And if you get the map control and kill more or less the same, if you kill similar and take the map control and now take the villages, this is fine. This is now okay. You take the map. I don't mind this anymore.
Yeah,
maybe he's still heading villages and he's fine.
It's just like... But it's not, you don't say it in that way. You're like, this is fine, I think.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. You don't see me convinced, right?
Yes, like...
I told you I'm the good guy. I'm the good guy today, you know? Yeah. I'm the good guy. If it was yesterday, I would say, what the hell, MbL? What are you doing? But not today. Today, you are that guy. So what do you think about this, Tristan?
I guess it's okay. I mean, it could have been worse.
No, that's me. I repeat the guy, Tristan. What do you think about?
Well, I just from our perspective, it's frustrating because I think MbL could have he didn't need to do that. He could have had the better eco. He has added the fish traps, and he could have maybe been up to Castle Age a little bit faster. Now, Yo's on the way to Castle Age faster. Very well played. And Yo is one step closer from going for Siege. And honestly, one Mangonel will hit both of those towers because they're stacked together. And then MbL's fish, MbL's gold, everything is right behind this. So MbL needs a market. He needs a market right now so he can buy the food to click up, but he doesn't have the wood. Now he's going to build the market, but the clock is ticking.
Yeah, he's really a bit up the limit. I don't know if he should even do a barrack kind of stable. Why the stable light caps? You can get the light caps, but you cannot let him go through this area. If you lose those towers and he lose the fish, it's game over. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Like,
and if Yo can take out that lumber camp with the tower or some vills, he can build a castle right there, and it will range the towers and it will range the dock. That lumber camp's actually really helpful for MbL right now, because that's saving the perfect castle
that's why he's
spot.
shooting.
Yeah.
That's why he's shooting there, you know? But he can still do it, I believe. I think there is a space between that lumber camp and the house to make a castle, Mr. Yo still. I mean, they still have the 2 towers, so he has to be careful. And he doesn't know also how fast MbL is gonna be up to castle himself. Because at the end is what? A minute and 10-second difference, okay? But
I think MbL will build a gate there. I think MbL should build a stone gate. Not there, but I mean like through the area to block the castle spot. I think he'll do it. I think he'll think of it. He's gonna do it. He'll think of it. He's gonna build something. Yeah, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Just like that one stone piece blocks the castle spot. So now Mr. Yo can't build it where we were saying.
Yeah. I mean, this is a lot about many details, but he's going for the monastery. He doesn't have yet the stone for the castle. I think MbL now we need to think about going Imperial directly. 1 TC.
Yeah,
don't know what you think.
It's
He
tough.
needs Imperial.
Too bad.
Imperial.
Like, I think that's what he's gonna try, but he's gonna have to buy a lot of food, and
can do a castle, and then wait a bit, 1 TC, doing a castle. His opponent is going siege workshop and monastery, and I don't think that Yo has now better resources than MbL. Check
That's
the
fair.
resources collected, Tristan.
Yep.
1k resources more.
But
so
Yo does
fine.
have 2 docks, so Yo is actually adding a lot more fish traps now. It's a very even game. I really like this. And also Yo getting fervor, which will apply to his vills as well. The gold mining and the stone mining upgrades are in for Bohemian, so he gets a little bit stronger in that way.
Did you say?
And he has 4 relics.
Did you say that you like this? You finally like Black Forest?
Well, here's my take on Black Forest. No.
What did you
listen.
say? Well,
Here's my take on Black Forest, okay? Great Black Forest games can be amazing, but the percentage of games is the issue, right? So for every like 10 Black Forest 1v1s or games, I may enjoy and really love like 3 of them. But you know, a couple other maps I might like 5 out of 10. You know, I've never been a Black Forest hater. I'm a big fan of Fat Slob. I love peak Black Forest. Thankfully, we've got it here.
well, but I can tell you, I like Black Forest in games, but I don't want to see 10 1v1s Black Forest game. I'm fine with, you know, with 1 per series. It's okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's more than okay. I don't want 3 per series, you know? Okay. Botkin Arrow. He's doing Botkin for the castle, but MbL is having the resources. He's gonna have the resources. I wouldn't make any more villages. He's doing 2 TC. Well, he can do it, and then don't be super weak echo. But if with Turks you are going up to Imperial faster than your opponent by a minute, or by a 2 minutes, because it looks like here can be a 2 minutes, it can be great. And then I'm gonna ask you something. What Mr. Yo should do? Make the castle, or with the resources he has, just also buy the Imperial, selling the stone, because it could be very expensive transition to Imperial if he's doing that.
Yeah. I think you use the remainder of your stone to sell. So you only need the castle. The rest of the stone doesn't do anything for you. So I think that's the play. And that's actually a tower from Yo, which he has to delete.
To take the fish.
And there's the castle.
But the tower, guys. The castle is in the range. He can do it. Okay, castle is there. Well, this is amazing for MbL. The score I don't care right now because MbL is on the way to Imperial. Mr. Yo is still not clicking. It's not that he's going to be super far. Okay, he's gonna be balancing his economy as you can see there on the left. But Tristan, timing and momentum is so important, and the beauty of Turks having chemistry for free.
Yeah, and this is kind of exactly what MbL wants with his Civ. He can make 2 cannons. That castle will go down right away. The only problem for MbL is the fish. But he has the TCs producing vills. Yo's still only on 1 TC. This is super well played from MbL.
Yeah. He's in a better position right now, in my opinion. You know, like, yeah, might lose that tower, but maybe the castle is not even in the range. Yeah, it will be on the range of 1 fish. That's why he put all of them up the back, as you can see.
Yep.
You know, now he's doing a couple of houses just to be completely safe. He's playing super safe here. He's still gonna be open if he's taking the tower, so you need to hold it. But MbL is paying attention to every single detail, Tristan.
Yep. Super well played. I mean, this is where Turks should dominate, in my opinion. Like, I'm trying to think about how this can go wrong for MbL. The thing that could be a problem for him could be monks. If Yo goes for redemption and block printing and adds a lot more monks. But even then, like, the castle protects your monks. You're taking that castle down, and then right behind that castle and tower are the relics, which you can just take for yourself.
Yeah, and Tristan, and also here with Turks, you make a barrack and when it's still, when you have Khazars right away.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. It's good. It's coming. 2 bomber cannons. It's still 1 minute 20 seconds. That castle is gonna be bye-bye. The good thing also for Mr. Yo, he's doing chemistry in the transition to M. So he will have the bomber cannons as well available, but it's a lot more expensive. And I like a lot what MbL is doing. He's not going clown here, Tristan. 4-ton center already.
Yep. As long as he can make bombard cannons, he can invest the rest into eco. I like the approach. He does need more cannons in Q, but that'll probably happen, and Yo does not have a lot of stone to repair. So I'd expect that castle to be down pretty quickly here.
Yeah, let's see. It's gonna be... I mean, he's on the hill. He's the only good thing here for Yo. He's gonna take a little bit more hits because the bomber cannon's gonna make less damage. And he's holding the castle. Eventually it will go down. But you need more bomber cannons. Yeah, he's doing now 2 more bomber cannons and 1 trap. That castle will go down. So, now against the monks, you might need something else than the bomber cannons, Tristan. This is interesting, man.
Yeah. Well, you could get artillery, and then if you have 14 range, you can outrange the monks. So, artillery should probably be MbL's next move. And I've probably seen him research that tech more than any other player in the history of AoE. So, I think he'll cancel vills here, actually. Maybe once he sees the monks, he'll know he needs to do it. But that should be very much on his mind right now.
Yeah, let's see if it's gonna happen. Can we put forward war for MbL, Vodka, and then we see it? There you go. Well, he has a good range already there. Artillery is yet not happening. He's doing the barrack because Khazars can be great. Khazars here can be great. He has a cannon galleon, but the cannon galleon is also in danger. You cannot... I mean... you don't want to lose that castle. What happened?
Dude, that trebuchet, I think, killed 2 cannons from Yo. I thought there were 2 there. At least 1 went down. So that treb behind the castle kind of hidden there. Crazy play for MbL.
That he didn't see that. Now he's walling. Mr. Yo is walling because he has nothing to really defend that. As you can see, the wall... Man, MbL in this map, I don't know how he managed to win all the time. You know?
He's so comfortable.
Yeah.
The thing is about MbL is his weakest stage of the game is the start. And so ever since he got that wall down, he has basically been comfortable. He's been safe. So, and also in games where people are building towers and losing vills, that's great. The issue for MbL is sometimes like he'll lose 5 vills and his opponent will lose 0. So 7-4 Eco KD and Feudal is fine for him. He doesn't care. At least the opponent took some losses. So impressive, but he hasn't finished the game yet. And there's 4 relics for Yo. So with 1,200 gold in the bank. So this could get difficult for MbL still.
Yeah, I'm missing the 14 range. I don't think he did it.
He
right?
did not. No, he
I
did
don't think
not.
he did the upgrade. He's doing bombard towers. Before that, I think the 14 range is a must. Seriously, because imagine that now Mr. Joe is going Siege Engineer and Hufnishi at some point.
Halb too. Like the second Yo gets Halb and Hufnitsa, he can open up these walls and start to push this castle, start to push the fish. There's still gold there on the front. So absolutely, MbL needs a push eventually. And
He's doing it.
I love Bombard Tower. Like MbL's famous for it. He's also built Bombard Towers more than maybe any other player we've watched. But you need units beyond the cannons. I think you need hussars or cav archers or hand cannons or something beyond the siege. I think.
Yeah, he will do at some point, but he now really knows, Tristan, that he's ahead in the economy. But he's playing a bit more cautious, you know? He's being more careful than against some other player. He's being a little bit slower than he usually does. He respects Mr. Yo a lot. A lot. And I don't say that he shouldn't do it, but right now, if he was trying to push a little bit earlier, I think he could kill it already because Mr. Yo right now is booming.
Oh man, MbL, you have the extra range. MbL loses 2 cannons. Now his towers also have insane range, but these are costly. These towers cost gold, and Mr. Yo may be thinking about what he can make here. I mean, he's got 2,000 gold. He really needs to spend his resources. But he's looking much better than he was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, that he has Siege Engineer. Like, he's booming like a beast. He did 19 fishing ships. You know, 10 fishing ships more than his opponent. That's why right now he's almost with the same pillars than MbL.
Yeah.
You know, keep booming. And I love how Mr. Yo is doing the houses all the style. Or, you know, if someone is more new in the game, look at the houses on the right, all at the edge of the map.
Yep.
Love it.
Smart. You don't want to... Space is so important on this map.
Yeah.
So you need to keep as much space as possible. I gotta say, I am shocked though that we still haven't seen siege engineers for Yo. Like that's the #1 priority after getting bombard cannons. He also didn't move his relics at all, Mem. So pretty soon, MbL could have all the relics.
Yeah. Let's see what's gonna happen now. The bombard towers are there. Look at this. He's sending Khazars just to see what's going on. And with the Khazars, you can kill it. He has no army. I mean, you only have the cannons. That's why he need to wall. As you can see, he only have the cannons. So if he's going now, kill it and get inside, only having cannons, it's gonna be a note probably for MbL to dominate here. He's doing bombard towers on that hill, and this will be very hard for Yo. But is Yo gonna be able to do the job with Siege Engineer and Hubnisha? Look his resources right now. My goodness, Tristan.
Remember, guys,
economy.
The monks have 12 range right now. These towers have 13. So the towers cannot be pushed by bombard cannons, which is why they are such a strong play for MbL. But he needs to break Yo. He needs to push further. Yo's now getting Hufnitsa, but that's going to take 2 minutes to get to.
Okay. Let's see. Bombard towers here. He's going to push there. And
I love this.
Be careful. The 4 relics is taking the relics. He can't take it now. Go on, Tristan.
That's so crazy from MbL. Look, he's repairing that so he can shoot the cannons down. And he basically trades a tower for a cannon.
Oh my god. Amazing job. Yeah, he's so good with this strategy. He's really good with this strategy. And he's playing against Yo. He's doing Hufnisha. He's now gonna try to put the pikes on the field, but he could do Hazard. Eventually he can do Cav Archers. I hope that MbL is gonna steal those relics, because at the end he can take 6 relics. Need to open the walls here. And those Hazards, just try to send to raid probably.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful and send those. Okay.
Look, again, Yo's resources are crazy, though, compared to MbL. He's saving so much res. And he's about to get so much stronger, too. Halb and Hufnitsa close to completing. We still haven't seen siege engineers yet. So MbL needs those relics. He needs to push. These towers all cost so much gold. He could run out of resources, and Turks are not good if they run out of gold.
Okay, it's still holding. Those towers are great. He still doesn't have a lot of army. 2 Hazards.
It
he has
feels
2
like
Hazards, and then, yeah.
It feels like MbL is really struggling to use his own cannons, Mem. It's like he switched his thinking into bombard towers, but his 14 range bombard cannons are just behind this, not being used at all. Like, he's losing so many towers, He's lost a lot of villagers building these towers. He needs to use those cannons.
Well, he's breaking the walls. He wants to have all this space here to then use it properly because he feels like he can get trapped. And I think he's also not overconfident with the pathing right now.
Yeah,
you know, but
could be.
Mr. Yo, 150 population, 135. Now he has more army. The Hufniches are there. I prefer the bomber cannon from Turks, yes, but those Hufniche, they are so crazy tanky. He killed one there, and 4 versus 3 right now. With the halberdiers there, he might need something else than hussars to kill now Mr. Yo. Don't know what you think.
Yeah, maybe some hand cannons. They're in queue behind MbL. He's able to pull back, so those halbs, they die to the towers, but a nice shot there from Yo. Man, we ever seen more cannonballs on this area of the screen than I have seen in a month. I probably, maybe I missed another game, but this is hilarious.
And we didn't finish yet.
Yeah,
You can see so many bomber cannons. You can see bomber towers as well. Hussars are with the +2. Maybe cab archers with Turks will be amazing, but take the opportunity now to grab the relics. I know it's hard. He has a monk there. It's complicated, but just queue them and take it. He could take it, I believe, after these halves are gone, Tristan.
Yeah.
That monk forward. Take the damn relic.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe the hussars could take the Hufnitsa now. A lot of the halbs have died. MbL, 16 on gold. Needs to use those hussars to snipe the monks, I think, if you see them. And MbL, that monk
didn't kill it. The monk is forward. Take
grabs the relic.
The relic. He got it. Well, now it's even. No more 4-2, right? 3,
yeah.
At least for MbL, that's for sure. But those Hufniche is going to be able to take it or not. He's doing now hand cannoneers. Then the halves are going to become useless. But some hussars for sending here and there might be okay, right, Tristan?
Yeah, I agree.
Always good to have them.
I agree. I think his eco isn't perfect yet. Like, he needs to have a few more farms for that. You look back at his base, you can see he's adding some. So soon he'll be able to spam hussars pretty much freely. But he's just not quite there yet.
Okay, has to be careful. There's 2 trebuchets that he's going to be hitting the tower. Gotta be careful. Okay, hussars and bomber. Oh! That was a good one, but those Hufniche are very strong. He's gonna be able to take those. Oh, the traps. Killing the traps is so important. He's gonna kill it or not? No! He didn't, Tristan! Because the Hufniche killed all the bomber cannons from MbL. And be careful, this can snowball badly if you lose all the bomber cannons. My goodness.
Yep. Yo has a lot more Hufnitsa in queue. That was a really good moment there for Yo. MbL just missing the shots. Yo's halbs are dying instantly. But the cannons are still the key, and the trebs have been helpful as well. The trebs also making some progress on this bombard tower wall from MbL. MbL's having to back up with more towers, and he's almost out of stone here, Mem. I think he's about to run out of stone, so he will not have many more towers in his future.
Yeah, still mining somewhere. It's say 10 villas on stone. I don't know from where it's taken. It's still a lot of stone. But the halves, we forgot to say that these halves from Bohemians are especially strong. They eat the cavalry with 25% bonus attack, more than they have, I think. I don't know, they are so good. So the halves are enough to stop the hussars. And the traps from Yo, they are never dying. They're still alive forever, and he's pushing back slowly.
Yeah, Yo's done a crazy job with his cannons, man. Like, the Hufnitsa are outranged, and he's still making progress here. He'll take out another tower soon. His halbs just run in. MbL's out of stone. MbL, he's only on hussar and bombard cannons, and these towers, like, if the towers weren't there, he loses right now. So he needs to keep these towers up.
Yeah, remember that also MbL, if he wanted to raid, he can't. Because he can't cut. You cannot make corners. If there's a point that Mr. Yo think about going corners, which I believe is tricky, right? Because you also don't have good cavalry with Bohemians, so it's not gonna make it. But MbL, for those people that may think could and raid with Hussars, you cannot with the civilization.
Yep, absolutely. And I think with that in mind, I think Yo should never cut. Even though Yo is able to, he should not open up any of these trees. At least
I agree.
For the time being, because he's winning these fights somehow. But you see this with MbL. This is such an MbL thing, and this is where I think if he could fix this element of his game, he'd be fine. He now realizes why he's losing and where he's gone wrong, and now he gets up to 8 cannons. This is what I've been waiting for. I think with 8 bombard cannons, now Yo could get pushed right back.
Yeah, Look at this. I mean, he's selling a lot of resources because if you think about that, he's only using the resources for the bomber cannons, and then Hazards is only food.
Yeah.
Ooh, 5 Hubnische. Then you still have 7 bomber cannons. You need to have more. You need to kill that trebuchet. Man, the trebuchet is still alive, but now he will kill it. Now he will kill it. And if you kill it without the trap, that is the only one that got more range than the bomber cannon, because the Hubniche are very strong, but one range is still one range, Tristan. So it should be better for MbL and heal advantage.
I keep waiting for it. I think the issue for MbL is that his Hussars just die so fast to these Halbs. And he cannot keep his Hussars alive for very long. So yeah, it only costs food. But the Halbs are pushing him back. And yeah, he just doesn't have the army that Yo has. And Yo takes down another tower.
Yeah, man, he has to be patient, Mr. Yo, but do you think Mr. Yo is a patient player, Tristan? I believe it is.
Oh, yeah. Yo's happy with the long games.
Yeah. Forever, you know, doesn't matter. And then you ask him, do you need a break to play the next one? No, don't worry, man. Don't worry, T90. We keep going.
As long
My goodness.
He'll take a smoke break, but beyond that, he'll be right back in the next game.
Yeah, but he stay with ACCM, you know. When he's with ACCM, it's kind of, they are calling, they go, let's go, you know. But if he's lonely at home, probably he will be fine to keep going. My goodness. 140 village, 136. Now, finally, MbL 63 farmers. MbL KD is still ahead. But Mr. Yo has somehow 9,000 resources more than his opponent.
Yeah.
So he's having 9k resources more than MbL. From where these coming, those resources? Might be, I don't know, still losing now. More Hubnisches, but there's still no army. The problem for MbL is that he doesn't have army. He has bomber cannons, but then 9 Hazards.
I feel like the positioning of MbL's towers hurt him because he goes into a choke point with all of his bombard cannons. Like, those bombard cannons are in it. Yeah, exactly. They're kind of wedged in there. And if you advance forward, they're all in the same spot, which is extremely dangerous against the Hufnita. So maybe losing a couple towers could be good, but then again, without the towers, how are you supposed to kill the Halbs when you're running out of resources?
Oh, that bomber cannon take 2 Hubniche, 1 Hubniche alive. 1 Hubniche alive, but imagine if he got no army. The problem is that how you can advance. He's sending the skirms and the Halbs under the towers, taking all the fires, all the, you know, those crazy balls coming constantly. What is he doing, Mr. Yo? Tristan, what's happening? He's not patient anymore?
Well, they're trash units. He says that I'm going to treat them like trash, and I'm going to throw them away. So, I think, like, that, when you do that here, it's only because you want the Trebs to take those towers. So, MbL has to stop. He can't move forward with his bombard cannons. And if that's the case, then a tower will go down. And like we said, MbL does not have stone. Nice shots in here for MbL. But
wow.
Yo's just, it's a slow crawl here for Yo. And look how patient Yo has been. He's not spending any of his stone on anything. So he's going to save that for if he eventually wins the fights here, and he'll drop a castle there.
Okay, we can see he has still only 1 Hubniche again. Only 1.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's just so little right now. Population is still almost the same. So, do you think he should do any other army MbL, or Hussars use a note but more?
I think with limited gold, I think more Hussars. If you're gonna make hand cannons, I think you want them to sit underneath your towers and not on the front like it's happening now. But yeah, I mean, like, how much gold do we even have? There's 600 gold left on the map. So soon this will be a goldless game.
Now is the moment. Now is maybe the moment here. He still have, well, 4 Hubniche, 5 bomber cannons. That's the problem. Not a lot more. It's using, and all the gold that MbL has is using to buy stone and make bomber towers.
Yeah.
Well, and he need gold for the bomber towers too. So it's not only stone. That's the problem with those towers. So expensive. But those Hubniche are so tanky. The halberdiers are eating everything here. And still not enough numbers for MbL. So it can take a while, Tristan.
Do you
have plans later?
I have no plans except this. Don't worry. Do you think it's worth it for Yo to get the unique tech for food monks if this is going to no gold?
Why not? I mean, 100% no. If the game is going for a long game, and he's doing, Tristan, stop cheating, man. What are you doing, man? I'm going to report you, man.
Stop being
Report
so
you, man.
impressed, Mem. It's like I make a
like
correct call, and Mem is like, "Oh my God, T90 got something right for once."
Yeah, because it's usually happened the opposite, Tristan. And you know, when we cast together, you say something and then you say, Kurzcaster, not anymore. Tristan is on point. You need more holidays, Tristan, to get sick. Well, not more often, but from time to time, you know?
I am actually getting sick.
Anyway.
This game is making me sick.
Yeah?
I mean,
Okay.
Mem, I want you to guess how many kills MbL's Bombard Towers have. Don't look. Vodka, don't show. How many kills?
Yeah. He can. All the bomber towers. I'm gonna tell you.
Can you
No,
guess,
just click
though?
on all the bomber
I want you to
towers.
guess, though.
How
This
many?
is a game. I don't want you to look. I want you to guess. I think it's
69? Well, no.
150. 144
Oh my
kills on those towers.
Oh my god.
So they have paid for themselves.
Almost, you know, 50% of all the kills he has, or more or less, or
Yeah.
55. That's crazy.
Finally, some
Yeah,
raids
he's
for
taking
MbL.
those.
He gets Hussars through for the first time. I don't think it will kill much, but what that does do is that takes Yo's attention away from the middle.
Oh, one because I raided.
So that's good.
Now he's starting to have crazy amount of farms. MbL realized that this is what he needs. 82 farmers. And yeah, when there is no goal, having the position here with the bomber towers, how Mr. Yo is gonna kill him? He should never be able to do it.
I mean,
No?
it's just the cannons, I guess. It's super valuable now to keep your cannons alive, and he has to hope that his monks can convert MbL's bomber cannons. But that's so difficult. If MbL's patient here, it seems really tough for Yo.
He sells 600 stone. Yo got 800 gold. So he's not using the stone. But this is great for MbL. You sell the stone, MbL buy.
True. It's not good for MbL, though,
You know?
that a couple of these towers are weak, so we'll see. It's funny, MbL's sniping the monks, thinking he's doing such a good thing, because monks cost gold typically, but they only cost food now. So Yo doesn't care about those monks.
Okay, let's see what's gonna happen.
Like, I think the fact that MbL's only stuck on Hussar is a problem here. He can't, and you can't justify making Spearmen or regular skirms. They're too bad. So he will run out of gold eventually to make more hand cannons. He only has 6 right now. And then he will struggle to make the bombard cannons, which Yo can convert with food monks. I think on paper, this should always be better for Yo. It's just going to take forever.
Yeah, he has to be careful here because he's bringing another 2 trebuchet and bomber cannons. The most important is the towers. If the towers are, as you said, going down and he's taking few of them, the population is not so great. The towers going down, it can be a disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna take the trap. Okay.
And that one
Good
bomber
going.
cannon just got converted, and that's everything for Yo. That's crazy good to be able to get rid of even just one cannon. The gold's completely
Okay.
gone. Yo's got 200 gold somewhere, apparently. And MbL will
Yeah,
dive
he's
with the
running
Hussars.
With one village,
Yeah.
taking gold somewhere. But the trash units, you get Hussars, yes, but Mr. Yo house, skirmishers, it's so hard for MbL to kill now. Look at Mr. Yo score. Keep growing and growing. This is complicated here. Okay. The halberdiers are coming. This is 5,000 wood for Yo in the bank, 62 of food. So 2,000 food in the bank as well, and no more towers on the hill, Tristan. Remember that Mr. Yo could do bomber towers himself if he wanted.
True.
He never thought about that. Bohemians got them too, and they're good. You know, they're strong to get them up there, but he's not doing that. Resources for MbL at the limit with 104 farms. Can we check vodka the farmers from MbL just for a second?
He's got farms
to check
everywhere.
How much farms he has? Everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Crazy. Go back into the choke point. I need to make you work, vodka, because right now you are only in this screen.
But he's not going to... MbL's not going to have towers. He's going to lose his all of his towers, man. I like the Treb from Yo as well on the other side of that wood line. That's really smart. And it's so patient. Like, he's only done this when he's guaranteed that he will be able to keep the Treb alive. And more towers fall for MbL, and Hoof needs to fall for Yo, though. Nice shot from MbL.
Loss. That was that. I mean, it's still the 14 range is crazy, right? But little, keep going. He's not taking the advantage with those bomber towers anymore. He's just gonna try to make more Hubnische. And the value of this game, Tristan, if it's a long game like it is, you get tired also mentally, physically. And if you get a 2-0 or a 1-1, even if it's a best of 7 series, the difference is massive. I don't know what you think.
Yeah. Losing this will be horrible for MbL. If Yo loses this, he will probably be a little annoyed because he's in a good spot right now.
But fine.
But it's
fine.
still 1-1 at least. But yeah, MbL loses this, the whole series could fall apart.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We hope not, but
yeah, we hope not.
It's a possibility. You know, it's a possibility that could happen. You know, 140, 135. Halberd D's and Skips is gonna go back. You gotta be careful. It's still 175 population, 170, and still going. We are, watching a crazy game right now, and my goodness.
I think
we have combined now, Tristan, 23,000 viewers casting this series with all the channels combined, which is great for a Wednesday early. So we're gonna have a very nice week. I don't know what you think, Mr. Tristan.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, we might not make it to tomorrow if this game continues. So maybe the schedule will have to change. Okay, big moment in the game, Mem. Yo lost those cannons before, and MbL's going to actually make a push now. He's been massing hand cannons. He's been selling a lot to get as much gold. This might be his final chance to win this. He has more bombard cannons. He still has the range. He massed a lot of hussars. He's diving, and Yo will lose the Treb. And Yo is kind of losing some grounds here.
Yeah, for the first time, he's feel that MbL has good amount of hussars. But man, even with so many hussars now, 0 bomber cannons, well, Hubnische, 1 trebuchet only that is gonna take it now. As you see, he's at the bottom, trebuchet down, not any siege now. He's doing only thrust and no siege at all. But it's still super hard to push against these halves, and the monks are being crazy annoying. That food upgrade, it makes that the monks push the bomber cannons back all the time.
Yeah. The nice thing, though, is that monks are really annoying to use. It's not like halbs and skirms where you can just let them fight. You have to manually click with them all the time. And obviously, Yo's a very good player, but still, he could make mistakes here or there. But Yo just stabilized immediately. And MbL at least was smart to try to mass up his bombard cannons. He didn't overextend. So he might have another chance at pushing this.
Yeah, that's crazy. 200 population, 163. Halberd D's, monks, skirmishes, 1 trebuchet coming now. You have to sell resources to get bomb. Well, he has 800 stone. Why he's not using that stone? Like, sell it completely.
Well, the second he pushes those towers, he will build a castle there. That's what he wants. He wants a castle to, like, basically win the game. Yep.
Oh, shoppers. Even. He's gonna go with village to kill those towers?
Yeah, I don't know why he's getting
recommendable.
Did you know that Sappers actually has a weird effect on chopping trees as well? I don't know if it's in normal games.
Really?
But in, like, 256 times tech, you can take down trees faster after Sappers. So I don't know if that affects normal games or why he would research that. Kind of a weird fact.
256?
Yeah. Basically, if you research the wood upgrades and the eco upgrades enough times, you can't actually one-shot a tree until you research Sappers, which is super weird.
Okay.
So I know you're judging me right now for knowing that, but
No. I mean, you like these little things, you know? I mean, you like it. Or not. You do.
Of course,
okay,
man.
Which is fine, completely. Halberd D's, skirmishes. Look at those monks with the trebuchet. He's taking another tower, Tristan. He's taking another tower. Yes, you might lose now some army, but those Halberd D's are crazy. I'm feeling bad for MbL. I think he's playing a spectacular game, yes, but so Mr. Yo is doing as well. But how many towers left right now, Vodka? 4 towers, Tristan. The time that the towers are gone, time to push for Mr. Yo. Incredible game.
And even a bombard cannon got converted. You're just not going to get many more bombard cannons at this stage if you're either player. You're not going to get more trebs as well if you're Yo, which is why it's so important that he keeps these trebs blocked off and protected with the skirms and the halbs. Another tower will fall. Here comes MbL. Yo needs to advance forward now and not allow MbL to take those trebs.
Okay. Halberdiers and skirmishes are coming. You gotta be careful. But it's 63 army for Yo, 25 for MbL. You know, it's just about the numbers, Tristan. And the numbers belong to the Chinese player. Like Calmos all the time. He converted a bomber cannon even. He's now losing the threats both at the same time. But 3 bomber towers left. And you know what? I've seen this game before. Warlords 2, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 1. Same civilizations. MbL and Hera. And Hera played very similar to what Mr. Yo is doing right now. And took the game.
Halbs. Yep. Halbs.
At the end.
Halbs,
Yep.
skirms, bombard cannons. I think they were north to south instead of east to west, right? I think the positioning was slightly different. So
Yeah.
I just...
But what's this, you know?
It's a frustrating one for MbL because you're thinking, what more can I do? And the only answers I have are go back in time and push faster, right?
Probably.
As for Yo, I think he's played it perfect. The only thing I'd like to see is stone walls right now, where the Treb is. I think that's a pretty easy choke point to stop these Hussars from running through. And, okay. Nice snipe there from MbL. He snipes the Trebuchet. Those are not cheap. But he still only has 3 bombard towers.
Yeah, that's the thing. And the Hussars just melt. He still has what? Whoa, 40 Hussars on the queue. I mean, on the queue, not on the field. 22 on the queue.
Yeah.
Still a lot of them. Now he's gonna lose probably another Treb that he should do it. But I have the feeling that right now it's a slowly death for MbL. I don't know if you share that feeling.
Yeah, no, I do. I've felt that for a little while now. I mean, ever since he lost the middle hill, I felt like that was going to be the case. But the only thing I keep reminding myself is MbL does still have cannons. So he's not losing all of his cannons. If he loses all 3, he's probably dead. But if he's patient, maybe Yo will lose more Trebs, and maybe Yo won't be able to make many more Trebuchets. It's just, when you can go skirms, and you can go halbs, and you can go monks so easily, I just don't see how you could ever go wrong here if you're Mr. Yo.
2 towers, Tristan, 2 towers, and hitting another one. And as you mentioned, you mind that here, he's just doing a gate.
Yeah, just
And
wall
he's blocking him.
right behind it. I think he's waiting for the castle, honestly.
When the bomber towers are gone, probably he will try to do it. He knows that right now is very tricky. You cannot lose that stone. There's no resources in the map. And you can see, guys, how Warlords has, well, all these different situations. We see crazy maps that finish in 10 minutes. Chaotic category, Tristan. And going all crazy. Then, more slowly maps that take more than 1 hour. All kind of gameplays that you can see. And probably after this one, they're gonna pick what? Well, probably it's Kukutsa. It's gonna be the one that is with all the hand in the middle. But that will be the next one. We need to still finish this. And now with the 2 traps, he's hitting the castle already. No, it's the tower. Okay, the tower down. Now, ooh, he's gonna repair that trap, but no more bomber towers. So if with bomber towers Tristan couldn't win, how now?
Yeah, the way now is by raiding somehow. Or if Yo forgets to queue Halbs. But Yo's not going to forget. Look at how Yo just sends the monks underneath the castle, hoping to get a conversion, and he gets one.
He get one, man. He's playing amazing. I mean, Mr. Yo is a beast. He's playing like a beast.
Yeah.
And in these late games, he's so good. He's so good in the late game, man. He's so good and so patient. And that's probably, being patient is probably one of the best thing that you can have to win it in those. And now Mr. Yo is finally taking the game, Tristan.
Yeah, I think so. MbL's going to play on here because this, as we said, might have been important to him mentally. And this feels like if you lose your home map, if you lose from what was a pretty good position earlier, you might not have what it takes anymore. But there's the castle, the patient castle from Yo. He saved the stone for what feels like an hour just for this moment to lock down the middle. And there's no way MbL is going to deny that castle. I mean, there is a Treb over there, but Yo's going to be fine. I think here. This is a good castle for him to place.
On the hill, He's bringing one Hufnisha that will take probably that trebuchet. If the castle is gonna be down, it's gonna be huge. I love how MbL is a brutal competitor. You know that many players at this situation, they will have resigned because they feel that they have lost all the advantage.
Yep.
But he keeps trying and trying and trying to see if he can do the job. But now it's impossible because now it's only all Hussars with 4 hand cannoneers against this crazy amount of halberdiers.
Impossible.
Crazy.
Yep, impossible for MbL to fight from this position. There's 130 halbs in queue. So any halb he does actually kill will be replaced immediately. And another bombard cannon gets converted. I think this is a frustrated, disappointed MbL playing on right now, Mem. It's not good for MbL fans to see him still playing. I think he's in his mind a little bit and maybe trying to work off a little bit of frustration. But
yeah,
wow.
I think he needed to go a little bit faster with the initial push. He gave that time that Mr. Yo needed, and that's the GG has been called. I don't know, Tristan, we were mentioning, I think you agree, right? Like, he gave a little bit of time to Yo to be able to come back because he was looking good, but then, and he was like 20 villas ahead at some point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think there was an opportunity for him to push. I can't help but remember moments where MbL had like 8 bombard cannons, and his opponent had 4 Hufnitsa, and MbL's cannons were sitting in the back, not doing anything, and he was going Hussars and towers. I think if MbL made less towers and just focused on using the range of his cannons, before Yo got this big of an eco, because it took Yo a lot of time to get to halb, at the very least, MbL ends up with the relics, right? Like those 4 relics were right there. If when those relics were out, he pushed and he made everything he could have had 6 relics, and maybe with 6 relics, maybe he can actually win the late game. But again, frustrating one for MbL, and you just got to love it from Yo. That's 2 games where he's super patient. He goes to the late stages, and he just seems the better player there. So not many people can say they're possibly better than MbL at that stage of the game. And good strategy, good execution. Mr. Yo up 2-0, man. So game number 3. We have, for those watching later on in videos or whatever, we've got a bit of a restart here because the golds were seen as unfair. Here it feels like the neutral golds are just that. They seem neutral. They're in the middle. So everything is pretty fine there. Actually, MbL's now missing a gold. Right? Or am I wrong?
No.
Oh, the gold on the left, I guess, is his.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's also another. It's even there, another on the right. They are fine, I think.
Yeah,
now.
okay. Got it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there is a small thing here, right? Like, from a player perspective, you played most of your Dark Age, and then you had to even if you're just you close out the game and you press quit, like, there's a chance that something shows up on the minimap and you get to see a dock location or something. So they both docked the backside. I would assume that we would see the same again here. But hopefully there wasn't a lot of information gained there. We'll see the dock in the north for Yo soon because his villager's standing there. And then we'll see the dock of the south end for MbL too. So what do you think about the matchup, Mem? Do you think it's close, or do you prefer one civ over the other?
I always like the hands in almost every matchup. I don't know why, like it feels so smooth to play, especially remember that here, and the maps are going centrally for late game. Dromons here can play a big part because all those pawns in the middle can give you a lot of control if you get the docks, you know?
Yeah.
And it feels so smooth. You save wood with the Malians, but how much wood you are saving also in the long run if you don't have to make houses? And with so many things that is happening here, most of the players, Tristan, are always getting some idle because of being houses and so on. And with the hands, is several things that you are gaining the longer the game goes. It's true that they have good units in late game, like camels with Farimba and so on. But well, hands, I think they're fine for the land approach. And they most likely will go scout and arches in the start. To go to the super late composition, it might take a while, and the water will have a very important role. So I'm going with the hands.
Okay, yeah. No, I like it. I like the hunts. I also think that, oh my god, as MbL loses a villager from the Rhino, which is very unfortunate. He got the quick wall around the villager, but units can attack from 2 tiles away sometimes. And that is not only rhinos, by the way. That's all melee units. You can see it sometimes with man-at-arms and scouts. You click away, and they get a hit from a long tile away. So that's frustrating for MbL. The nice thing is it's a fish map. So when you have the ability to fish, it doesn't hurt quite as much. But I want to finish my point. MbL gets housed a lot. Huns don't have that problem. MbL likes to make tons of military. That is good for Huns. Sometimes players,
For example, yeah.
aren't good for the Huns, but MbL is perfect for the Huns, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. For example, another player that also gets housed a lot is Tatot. So I think he's also great for the hands. But let's see. You have to play definitely smooth. Let me switch the cameras. Yeah, it was in the wrong position. You can see now face from MbL. That you can see in the camera how he's feeling a little bit off. Obviously, you get tilted when you lose ability, right?
Yeah.
That early, you get tilted.
Yeah, I mean, I would be pissed at the game right now because he got the quick wall perfectly, and the Rhino still was able to do damage from 2 tiles away. So, annoyed at himself, but I'm sure when he went out to get that, he thought that he could be fine. So, again, like I said when you stepped away, Mem, like MbL has to get that feeling of winning back, and then all of this will be forgotten. But right now, it's starting to mass in his brain and starting to build up and be frustrating. The game number 1, the bad dock position. Game number 2, not taking those 4 relics, maybe. He has to work past that, and that's easier said than done.
And Dan Reno killing the bullet through the palisade. Would you consider a bug of the game?
It's how the game works
Because
right now.
It happens a lot. It's happened a lot.
It's-
That kind of thing.
I mean-
Sometimes happens, sometimes not. Right?
It should... melee units attacking over a tile, I think, should be something the devs look at, but it is not new. So, from an admin perspective, I don't think I could say that that's a bug that deserves a restart. You know, that's just how the game works.
It's the game, because, well, if we restart for those things, then we don't finish the tournament.
We would never have games played, exactly.
And be careful, that be sure that it will be always fault of the host. In this case, me, when you host Titans League or whatever, it's your fault.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
That is the fault of the host. You know, always your fault.
Yeah.
Anyway, Scout 3 Militia is gonna go around. You're gonna go, ooh, that's open still. Okay, and he limit 2 turkeys there. So man-at-arms are there, but...
this is the beauty of man-at-arms.
Kill it with the Scout.
This is the beauty of man-at-arms. He hasn't killed a Vil, but look what else he's done. He's forced MbL into lots of walling. This is actually kind of the weakness of the Huns, not being able to build houses. You have to build palisades, which is harder to do. So well played from Yo, and he is going to scout that the dock is in the south.
Double archery range. Double archery range for Yo? Is that a second archery range? Can you show me again, Vodka?
At double archery range.
Double archery range so early, right? Oh my god. That's aggression, Tristan. Like, very aggressive, actually.
MbL adds his own man-at-arms. In defense, I think Yo will be pretty happy with that. Because this could have been an army that could have surprised him. He's just controlling the game. But nice job from MbL to at least be able to get his villagers back to work. And Yo takes the hill, and that's a very good engagement. MbL didn't have his scout engaging. And MbL could be shocked soon by the amount of army that's following up here. Double archer range is not common. Usually it's just 1. And then they'll go for a blacksmith. But when Malians have such cheap buildings, you can do both. You could go double range, and you can go for the blacksmith. It's amazing.
That's the crazy Malians bonus, right? It's true that MbL has a dock in the middle, but what is he getting from that dock now? He has 6 fishing ships, but then Mr. Yo has 7.
Yep.
So he's ahead in everything. 45 population, 37. He didn't do anything. Did another dock now on the left, and he's coming with the archers. And those archers is not with fletching, but when he's doing fletching and he's gonna make it right now, Tristan, this is a game that can snowball badly for MbL. Okay, he saved that one. Good. And now Yo is being housed. What we are talking here is so complicated, but man, Mr. Yo is going so aggro right now.
Yeah, it's an amazing game from Yo. Amazing game. The man-at-arms also got a good engagement on the back, and fletching's in. The only thing I'm surprised by is that Yo isn't actually fighting with fletching advantage. This could be his weakness, just the fact that he's a little bit slower at managing everything. So MbL has a little bit of time to get fletching. Yo does not know about the middle pond. So that's an advantage for MbL, I suppose.
Okay, let's see what he's gonna make. This is archers and skirmishers. You're gonna be on top of that hill. Gotta be careful. He's gonna take the village. Ooh. Okay.
Another range now for
Go
MbL.
back.
And
I mean,
Fletching's in. He's holding, but he can't take his berries. He doesn't have many farms. And behind this, Yo should be cooking economically. 3 farms already. He has a lot on berries as well. Yo with lots of confidence running in against these skirms right now.
Tower there will be an option. I mean, I think so because the berries are in front. You can see how he's bringing a lot of farming. Mr. Yo is playing like a beast right now. I think the second game gave him the boost that we were talking. And now an MbL just the opposite.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly,
it's a mix of both, I think. MbL's mentality, I think, is shaken. And Yo is just feeling himself right now. He's so confident. He feels like he can't do anything wrong. And he has done nothing wrong. This entire game, it's been a flawless game from Mr. Yo.
Yeah, and take Tristan the resources for Yo with all this amount of farming. It's floating resources now. It's gonna explode his echo, and he's gonna go up to Castle Age. When MbL noticed that his opponent click up, and probably now he's gonna drop 200 score. Let's say he's gonna click it in a moment, and this is let's go. You can see how he dropped it a little bit, and he see that he's in Castle Age. He's gonna resign.
Maybe. I mean, Castle Age, if the army count stays the same, Castle Age is the GG move. But MbL might have an opportunity to clear up some of this army. So that's the game changer. He also has 3 fires on the left side. I think Yo noticed that. So he'll be prepping a demo. So a lot to look at right now. If Yo were to lose 7 fishing ships, that'd be a big advantage for MbL. And as we always say, Huns are Huns. So they have the ability to recover pretty quickly, is basically what that means.
Yeah. Players has been loving this map, Tristan. I mean, in the interviews with the players, they've been loving this map a lot.
It's a good map.
Most of them, they say the immersion is amazing map, crazy map, so hard to play, many options, strategies. Every game is almost different, you know. And there is a lot of going on all the time. I mean, you can see like the server is going crazy right now. It's brutal. 56 population, 64. Well, he's cleaning a bit. So he's doing it what you told, what you said, right? And doesn't have that much army now, but check your resources. He can go up to Castle Age again.
Yeah, and I think with those resources, that's how Yo can change this game, but he's got to be careful. There's archers coming into his eco next to the stable. He wanted to sneak a dock up in the middle, and that's going to be denied by MbL. And then MbL could have a lot of pawns in play here. And he's also disrupting some of the fish for Yo. I think Yo will defend his fish for the most part. Okay. But MbL could click up. Maybe there's a chance here for him with all this raiding happening.
Yeah, he's selling some resources, and then he has now more army than his opponent. More villas, okay. Resources collected is quite similar. That dock is going to be up, and if he's doing the War Galley upgrade, he's gonna take that dock, which is important because you can go galleys there and then take the wood. But this is a great move here by MbL. Good play by MbL, cleaning everything. The problem is now the knights, because it's still 2 minutes.
Yep.
Till Castle Age.
Well, and the thing is, it's like MbL, in response to the archers and being behind in the numbers with the archers, he recovered with skirms. So he's got 14 skirms on the map, and his opponent's only going knights now. So
yeah,
he kind of overmade skirms, or at least he needs something else, and he's going to make some spearmen in response. I think that's a good play, and MbL loves his spears. He loves his skirms. He just needs to hold on right now.
Tristan, if he didn't do those skirms, he will have crossbows and bulky by the time being.
Yeah,
Mr. Yo.
Yeah,
so he cleaned everything, and that's nice. You know, so he was forced, right? He was forced. Population now a lot more for MbL, and it's still a minute. It's true that he's doing the second TC. He did the War Galley upgrade. He's now gonna go for another pawn, and this is the third TC. So in this situation, Tristan, MbL might need to do something happen, like not going right away for TCs himself. I mean, he doesn't have even a stone. He will have to go all aggressive.
100%, yeah. And MbL's good at that. Skirms, spears, siege, cav archers, there's lots of options for him. And Yo's knights are not really doing what he would have wanted, but Yo's fishing situation is going to be very strong. At least I think so, because MbL's losing some fishing ships in the south. MbL will lose 1 or 2. But he does still have the other pawns to maybe fish with. And he has a massive army right now. It's 4 army for Yo, and it's 24 for MbL.
Yeah, I mean, he need to make a... Yeah, he's gonna go Cab Arches. Imagine a snowballing of number of Cab Arches now with the hands. It could be crazy, right? So let's see. Boso, Botkin, Wargaliarbit, go on, Tristan.
I actually think that civs that get Halb and Cav Archer are the toughest for Malians to deal with because it neutralizes your camels with the Halbs, and then the Cav Archers kill everything else because the skirms are not so good against that. They're kind of weak, lacking Bracer. And then Gebetto isn't so good. Champions maybe a little slow, too. So I think there's certainly an opportunity here for MbL if he can get the massive Cav Archers. But that one Knight is a problem. Yo is running all around the base, just being as disruptive as possible. And MbL is not having a good time.
Yeah, but he's not walling there, man. That Knight is killing 3 villas. Come on, man. Come on, he's gonna take a 4th one. He's gonna take a 4th. No. Almost 1 HP. That one, my goodness. Population 6671 with a completely different composition, Tristan. A lot more villas for Yo, lot more villas. Bit better economy for now, resources collected. And crazy amount of farming from MbL.
Yeah.
But in a map like this that they are close, the crazy amount of farming in the long run, now it can work. So he has to be careful, Yo.
I think Yo's done an amazing job relocating his fish and building that dock on the right side. He just cleared up a lot of MbL's navy there. And Yo going for a lead skirm from the double range feels like the perfect play. The TC's in great position to stop the Cav Archers from getting through. And MbL is to be careful running around here. There's skirms coming. There's even a fire ship. Could even be a demo.
Has to be careful. Look at those Cav Archers there. Fire Galley is there, okay, he's gonna make the university, but kinda to block. I don't think he want to make ballistic, or maybe he won't. Okay, population is exactly the same. So, with 20 villas more, Mr. Yo, he need to hold a little bit now, those Cav Archers. Is he Skims an oath if you do now Skims with Botkin? What do you think, Tristan?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, his eco's good enough to maintain the skirm production. MbL needs siege now. If your opponent's going skirm defense, Siege Workshop, or Knights would be the play. And one quick look at the amount MbL has on food will tell you that Knights are not possible. So, all in. Siege, Cav Archers, and I think you need to focus on that TC that Yo has on the front of his base. Like, that's super vulnerable area. There's a lot of villagers there. That's really the only way that he could siege push Mr. Yo's base.
Yeah. Yeah, because now you can see those skirmishes. Cav Archers is going around, they're gonna have ballistic. And he's complete. Look at the wood here for Yo, it's awful. You need to move there. But he's not attacking. He's coming. He's coming with the siege. Tristan, what happened, man? I'm telling you, man. You need to I don't know, man. What is this? Tristan.
Mem, the fact that you are impressed insults me. But I'll take the compliment.
It's a compliment, man. It's a compliment, man. A bit of troll too, you know, but still.
Mem, if you... I'm trying to think. The Siege Workshop's going to go up here for Yo, I think.
Okay.
I don't know if it is a compliment. Like, if your wife dresses up real nice for dinner and she looks nice, and you're like, oh, you look so nice today. I'm so surprised. Do you think she would take that as a compliment? Or do you think she'd be like, what are you implying here?
I didn't put exactly that tone, but you got half a point, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, look at those Cav Archers going back now. A lot of skirmishes, okay? You have to be careful. 26 on foot, but Tristan, 4 on foot for MbL.
Yeah, so
you need to really kill a lot.
Difficult, yeah. So you can't take any losses.
What?
And he's going to take a lot of losses. The Mangonel goes down. I think that the way that Yo ices this game, the way that Yo wins this game now, as he's going to lose his skirmishers, so that's not it. He needs a castle. So I think a lot of vills will go on stone soon. But very messy. I think when you see someone lose a unit like that, you got to remember, it's because there's so many different things happening that we're not seeing.
You know who should do a castle?
MbL? Yeah.
With the army he has?
Yeah.
Mine a lot of stone. Keep going with one TC. Keep going with dropping and creating chaos. And then you will add a TC eventually. But for now, keep attacking. You have... Yeah, he's doing even a ram, so he's gonna try to put the real aggression. Well, he's really putting the pressure, but he's already in some other spot as well, you know? I mean, he's killing some villager here. Okay, that's good. Look at the Echo KD. But the resources is still exploding, Tristan. Has to be careful.
I mean, MbL's in the most important position of the map, which is right down the middle. And he's probably the best player in the game with mangonels. And he's about to take out Yo's Siege Workshop. This is doable for him. Yo will snipe the mangonel. But I think MbL could still push this position.
Okay. Well, let's see what's going to happen here. You have to be careful. He's going to go back with those Cav Archers. This is Chambered in armor. Okay.
I'm not in love.
Yes, knights. Only 3.
I'm not in love with the Rams because I think you need... At least mangonels have dual purpose, and you can kill the skirms too, right? If that was 2 mangonels instead of 2 rams, the skirms cannot be here, and you're hitting the TC right now. But I think MbL is just desperate. And so he felt like rams were an extreme that he needed.
Yeah. Let's see what's gonna happen. This is so many Cav Archers, 2 rams, 1 mangonel. Oh, good mangonel shot. That was good. I mean, he still doubled the army, you know? He's mining, but now Mr. Yo is the one who is mining a stone. You know, I feel that he's doing a good job, MbL, but knowing how Mr. Yo is, it feels very, very hard to believe that he might lose this game with this economy advantage, right?
Yeah, this is just so much, it's so much pressure. And again, there's areas getting hit on the sides, on water as well. Ooh, a counterattack's coming from Yo on the gold, though. First time in a long time that Yo will counterattack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's terrible. Absolutely terrible for MbL, because if he's already striving with Village number, losing this is already crazy, awful for him. But we need to focus now on the left. Vodka focus on MbL. He's killing 1 archer race. He's gonna take another 2 mangoros with a lot of Cav Archers here. He's still only with 8 farmers, but if he can kill all these villages Tristan and go with the mangoros, then Yo is losing more and more ground, and all his echo is in danger now.
Yep, it is. MbL still having some issues, though. These knights have +2. His eco's full exposed. But at least MbL is sending it here. He knows that he needs damage. And he can't house wall or anything. So he's just making this as messy as possible. But oh, man, MbL, build a TC or something, dude. Protect yourself with something.
Or wall. He's usually walling a lot, but he didn't wall at all in this game. I mean, small walls, you don't have to even wall completely, like force him to go around, like that you notice, realize it, not that he's going with the knights and being on his village right away. Yeah. Very simple, right? 123, 94 population, he's 100 villages, while MbL 47, Tristan.
And Yo's
47 villages.
Yo has been patient, again, where he needs to. He's lost his ranges, he'll lose his stable, but he's just backing away. He's making more buildings, he's keeping his army alive. And he's just conserving, preserving his advantage every single time, Mem. And soon he will have the stone for the castle, if he can get the position for the castle.
Okay. You can see, mangonel down. That was a good one. MbL need to show here what you said before. Is the best player in the world with the mangonels. Time to show right now. It's going back. Didn't lose anything, but many knights now. Many knights +2. Skirmishes are there. You need to micro better. 132 population, 93. Tristan is the moment of the game, probably. Now or never for MbL, but it seems that it's gonna be never. This is too many units.
Yeah, too many units. Mr. Yo, such a great economy. And just from the start of Feudal Age, he played so well, right? It felt like MbL couldn't keep up with the pace of the army production in early Feudal. And that double range build from Yo was sick. And like, in many ways, it's not that complex either, Memp. Man-at-Arms, 2 range, blacksmith. I mean, you got to build a couple buildings, but he got the timing on everything perfect. And then it felt like MbL could never recover. He was trying to recover. He overmade skirms because of it, because otherwise he was going to die. And I worry now, looking at the scoreline, that MbL just doesn't have any belief. We don't want the sweep, but he's not only at the score.
I'm showing you here the drafts, Tristan, and he lost with the first 2 picks. Mr. Yo still have the first 2 pick available. Well, the first 3 picks available.
Yeah.
Well, the third is also available and 4th for MbL, but Mr. Yo didn't even pick his first 2. So that's even more harder. It's so hard for MbL right now. He needs to win 4 games in a row. I mean, we have seen this. It's very rare to see a comeback like this, obviously, because it's so hard at this level to win 4 games in a row. But, well, if Mr. Yo is winning 3, You have to calm down, take a small break, and think, what are you doing wrong, right? And now we're going to see is Cucuzza. We have gods and Sicilians. Crazy things happening in the next game. Gods and Sicilians in Cucuzza. That I don't know if you have cast a game in Cucuzza, but the map is brutal. Game number 4. I think if people love to hunt deers, this is the map that you need to download and enjoy, and enjoy, So, and I'm going to remind, now that I'm also here with you, because as you did also a Titans community event after Titans League finished, right? We're doing a Warlords community event as well. So if people want to join, they can join the Discord, and it's for fun for everyone. And they gonna make also, according to Delos, gonna happen. And it's very cool for people that if they enjoy also in your community the maps, they are more than welcome, and it's gonna be really, really fun. Wanted to point out, because I always forget. People tell me, man, tell this, because when you are with the tournaments, you always forget, and it came to my mind because I participate in yours. So, and it was very fun, so it's nice. You can join also the Warlords one, we will do for all the levels,
Okay.
So it's very, very cool.
Sick. Well, thanks for bringing that up. Thanks for playing as well. I enjoyed watching your sets. Excuse me, sorry, I'm dying. But no, here, I mean, there's question on MbL, his performance so far. He's down 0-3, right? But very good civilization for the map. I think Gots are fantastic here. The hunt lasts longer, but also because you have the 9 villagers start in combination with elements of the map, like the straggler trees having more wood, you could justify drushing the middle. And there was a game in the qualifier where there was like 100 militia made in Dark Age. I think that was Doomster and Marguga. Things can get pretty crazy here. And I think Yo knows
like that one, right?
This is going to happen.
That one,
and so Yo's picked Sicilians, I guess, to go for sergeants in Feudal Age, right?
But how? How are you going to make it if he's coming now with so many militias? Maybe he's not going to let you do the job. And I think MbL should do more and more. Don't you agree? Like, if you do only 2... probably is not the way to go. Just try to even destroy the mill if it's needed. Don't let him be in the middle.
I agree. I think if you're gonna make 2 and stop, you should at least kill the hunts. But if you're not gonna kill the hunt, well, I guess you could bring villagers and you can attack. This is funny. Eventually, Yo's gonna run out of food there on that ostrich, and Yo's gonna have to leave. So I guess MbL is just waiting for him right now.
Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. 19 villas, 18 villas. It's not having the resources. Obviously, made the loom, but MbL is trying to go crazy, really, really crazy.
Why? I mean, why not?
He's gonna work this.
Why not?
Yeah,
right? You have to.
I think he should do this, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he should do this, and I like what he's doing.
He needs to stop Yo from pushing this ostrich in. Yo pushed in the first ostrich. He can't allow Yo to get the food to get to Feudal Age easily. And that scout just wasn't attacking. And Yo's on the way to Feudal. Yo's vills are still trapped. Yo still won't have a lot of food, and MbL pushing the ostrich the other direction. Good play. As he brings the militia as well.
Okay, he's coming now with the militia. He has to be careful. Where will you make now the dungeon if you were Mr. Yo? Because he will have to do it, right?
I mean... It's going to seem weird as he quick walls around another zebra. But I think you just build it in an area that is right in the front of your TC. I don't think you actually are planning around the hunt here if you're Mr. Yo. I think you're fine to go for farms. And wow, he's even going to build the dungeon on the back because you can build it in Dark Age. And that just protects all of his eco. I think it's a smart play.
Yeah, the wood. He still also have berries there, which is nice. And so, I mean, he has no option to build forward, to be honest.
Yeah.
So he has to make some sergeants, and the sergeants are still very, very strong, Tristan. So with 2 militias only, if he's doing few sergeants, MbL is going to be in troubles.
Why has MbL continued to attack with vills this entire time? Like, he still hasn't killed anything. He's still just walking around. I would just really like to see him eat resources with his vills, because Yo's going to look at that and think that that's 4 idols.
Isn't better to use those villas that you are God's hand and keep doing more militias? You are losing more resources using the villas on this.
Yeah. Well,
I
think
I don't know.
maybe you can do it now. Like, he's going to take gold now and then make more militias, because then you can go for man-at-arms. He has a lot of food. There's our first sergeant, though, Mem, and it's 50 HP, 5 base attack. But the big thing here is there's a lot more armor on sergeants than there are on militia or man-at-arms. So Yo's mill stays up. He can come out and take the zebra, and the sergeants are on the way.
I mean, they are not even. I don't think that they are even better being men-at-arms, right? So it might be in militias, right?
Yeah.
So has to be careful. Really has to be careful here. Remember, guys, that the winner of this series is gonna face next Friday, first series of the day, the Viper.
Well, it would be in 2 days, right? In 2 days.
Yeah, Friday.
Yep,
Friday.
perfect, yeah.
Yeah, Friday, first series of the day, the Viper versus the winner of the series. For now, it seems to be this is going to be Mr. Yo. That's a banger of a quarterfinals, Mr. Tristan.
I agree. Yeah, it should be really good. I felt like either way, every time I've seen MbL or Yo go up against Viper, it's been entertaining, but I'm concerned for MbL because I think Yo will engage the second he sees Feudal Age hit, because Man-at-Arms will take some time. Yo should fight now. And he sees Vils everywhere. This is the downside of having your Vils in the middle, is they're exposed. And MbL, he didn't see them. And he's going to lose one at least here.
He's trying to kill that one. I think he's going to take it. Also remember, with these units, you can build more dungeons. And Tristan, 2 villas on a stone. Only 2 villas. I love that. Only 2. You don't mess up with your economy. Your economy is still fine. It's cool. Only 2. And then potentially, when he get 175 stone, if I'm not mistaken, another dungeon there. And that, doing a dungeon there can be definitive. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, no, 100%. Right in the middle. The other thing Yo can think about, too, maybe add some farms. Plan for the future, where you might not have the zebra anymore. Yo already has 3 farms. Yo has just played perfect today. He's played with such control, and I'm worried for MbL. Very, very concerned.
Yeah. We all are. But, except now that MbL is getting some idle TC, Mr. Yo was having some idle TC earlier, so he was behind in the list. He's catching up because MbL is having a lot of idle, because he's doing fortune. He's doing the +1 attack. So he wants to have some tool to counter that. But then Yo is countering with the armor. And now he's doing that dungeon that we were talking. So I wouldn't be surprised that MbL is gonna send... Well, he's gonna make a tower. But a tower versus a dungeon? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something, but I prefer Sicilian, right?
Yep, agreed. The dungeon's just stronger. And maybe we see villagers brought in here. Why not? You're down 3 games. This is looking bad. MbL might just send everybody. Let's see. Big fight. Villagers into the tower. Man-at-arms and archers behind. A tower is expensive. You don't want to lose that. But yeah, it's just going to go right on down.
It's going to be a brutal approach here. He's going to try to take the dungeon, and now it's probably going to be the game. Let's say he's bringing so many units, the dungeon, and the Sars are doing a domination. It's still population 41, 44, but they don't die even against archers with fletching, Tristan.
Yeah.
They just don't die. It's so tanky.
Yeah, they're insanely strong. And the dungeon as well, super helpful here. Shooting down the tower, shooting down some of the Vils and Man-at-Arms here. They're both actually losing a lot of units here. This isn't actually great for either player.
Okay.
And maybe...
MbL is doing okay.
MbL's actually doing okay,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Yo, look at the army numbers. He take a lot with the KD. MbL lost almost nothing in the end. Only 2 villages, while Mr. Yo won. And no army for Yo. That fletching and forging with the archers combined with that tower, it did the job. And, well, MbL is fine. No, he's not fine. He's killing. He's killing.
I don't know about you, but I did not expect this. I thought that the sergeants were just going to win. I think Yo thought the same. And MbL still has a chance.
Yeah, well, has a chance. No, he's now super ahead. Look at the population now. The same police, but army, 8 army against 2.
Yeah.
It's brutal here. No double with that for any of them. Not a single farm for MbL, but that doesn't need it. He's now getting the middle.
The thing is, though, is Yo's eco setup is super well defended, right? The farms can't be raided, and his berries and his wood and his gold can't be raided. So MbL is making a lot of army, but his Vils are going to be exposed. his wood line's exposed, his gold's exposed, his villagers in the middle are also kind of in a tough spot. So I think that Yo's got a chance to just kind of chill out here. And long-term, farming eco is always more valuable, always more important than the hunt.
Yeah, he could have walled the wood line here at the back. MbL, he has all the melee units, except 3 skirmishes that are not so great. He's gonna kill the sergeant. It's difficult. Let's see. He's gonna take 1 villager.
Yep.
Okay.
Snags the villain in
He's
the
killing
end.
a villager. He's so tanky, man. He's been shooting for so long or attacking for so long and still lost a villager. It's crazy. Okay, the KD is similar and resources. You're still ahead because what you said. Sicilian's farms are amazing. He didn't make horse collar, so not that amazing then. But a lot of farms. How many farms he got? So many. Damn.
Yeah. Farms are farms, right? If they don't have horse collar, they're still going to be good for a long time. And MbL has 0. Like, a mix would be great. A mix of some hunt and also some farms is probably the better way to play it. But MbL's not in that state of mind. MbL's in crazy mode because he's down 3 games. And what can we say? It's entertaining, to say the least, to see MbL play this way.
Yeah, well, I mean, but this map is like this, you know. It's a fun one. It's a crazy one, most of the cases. And MbL is going now with a tower forward. I think he's playing really good. He's not even going... I wouldn't even consider that he's too crazy what he's doing. He's playing very smart, getting ground here now. He's doing a good job. If you take that sergeant, he's gonna be fine. But the sergeant is so tanky, man. So tanky. Oh my god, he's not dying, man.
The skirms are killing so many archers as well. And another donjon just simply means another defensive building for Yo's farms. MbL will try and complete that tower there. We'll see if that happens. He does have a side raid as well. And he's got quite a few men-at-arms there.
Well,
and the tower goes up for MbL.
But his resources now are better. He can go Castle Age in a moment. Well, Yo is not even close.
True.
Is MbL winning this game? It seems so.
If MbL reverse sweeps Yo here, it might be one of the most impressive reverse sweeps ever because of the draft. He's lost with all of his best civs. All of his best civs he's not won with. And he looked like that fight even looked like it was going to be bad for him. We're still a long way from that. But yeah, I would actually say, as sad as it is for infantry fans, I think that MbL just needs to go knights now. Instead of longswords, knights have more mobility. Knights can go underneath towers and dungeons, and the longswords really cannot.
In the middle, yeah. Like a stable is a must.
Yeah,
like 100% agree with you. You need to make a stable right there. I love this tower he's doing because there's still a lot of hand to take. He has only a few skirmishes. Though with Asgore Scholar now, it's hard my eyes, but in a map like this, it can happen for sure, you know. And now a stable, please, make there in the middle, you know. And then with the knights, you make some average. You can raid, you can stabilize. Like Yo, Tristan, it's not even close to go up. More barrack, no. Table, man.
Well, I mean,
mobility.
He is Goths, so I feel like...
Okay.
I feel like if there's any civ you should go longswords with, it's probably Goths. I think knights would probably be a little bit better here. But who knows? The devs have really tried to get infantry to play out, and if Goths can't do it, no one's going to be able to do it.
Also, Tristan, he doesn't know if Mr. Yo is gonna be going up same time.
True.
So maybe he's thinking, I will have to keep facing these sergeants and everything. So I'm gonna go lone swordsman. He called it.
Yep.
GG, man. MbL is still in the series. I mean, Mr. Yo was not even up. This is an impressive game by MbL. It was looking that could be the 4-0, and MbL keep going, Tristan. Amazing.
Yeah, well played. I mean, again, that fight looks kind of close. I thought that sergeants were going to get the job done, but MbL had so many men-at-arms. I think archers with fletching and his tower changed that fight. And ever since, he had all the hunt in the middle. Yo wasn't really able to adapt and come back. Now, I do have to say, because Yo usually fights a lot, I think considering the scoreline, Yo is just kind of like, whatever.
Okay.
I'm a little surprised he didn't click up. But maybe, I guess he didn't have the resources. We'll see if MbL gets some confidence from that, gets some happiness from that, and starts to believe again. Maybe every game has to be chaotic.
Let's see. I'm confident. I want to, let's go. And imagine doing a break point here, like it was tennis, right? And then you win this game and get to 3-2, winning Mr. Yo in Nomad, it will make the series go into the next level, man.
Yeah.
Let's give some hope, you know?
Also, MbL had an amazing start. Yo's groups of villagers, one group was on the shoreline, the other group was next to a hill, and the other one was also next to hills. So Yo's TC, it's a great TC spot, but it is delayed compared to MbL, and that means MbL gets the 3 villagers so much faster, right? So boom, he gets the 3 vills, and then right next to him, he has a boar, so he can get food. And then he's got a good dock spot as well. So this could be a pretty good start. As you said, it's way better in a 9-villager start to have Chinese on Nomad these days than it is the standard 3-villager start.
Chinese is very nice here, fantastic. We are checking here now, yellow color, MbL, and he has the boar and the TC. He already made the loom. 16 seconds at TC. Having China is pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he has the dock, one on the right, one on the left, and we just need to know if they're gonna have. Obviously, the TC is working all the time, and they have good resources around, which seems to be happening. And usually, the nomads are not like back in the days. Remember the bully times, Tristan? That sometimes you were putting a TC and where's my resources?
Where's my boar?
You never find it.
Yeah.
Where's my boar? Oh, it seems to be a lot more, let's say, fix it.
The thing that is kind of awkward for Yo is this wood line to the north of his TC is closed, and there's a boar on the other side of that. So that could make his third boar a little bit tricky if he chooses to go fast castle. And so far, he has not found the boar on the shoreline close by. So again, I think this start for MbL is insane. He's bringing in boar number 2. He sees boar number 3. But MbL, don't lose a vill, please.
No, he won't lose it.
He won't lose that vill.
Yeah,
really good
close,
start.
But yeah. It's what you need here with China. Under the TC, the second board, the Ds are close. Look at the gold on the stone, Tristan. He has everything.
It's so
and bears
good.
at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that it's terrible for Yo. Yo has also gold in the TC, stone at the back, but I don't see if he see all the boards the same way. It's bringing a second. It's fine. It's fine for both, right?
Yeah, but I think this is as good an opportunity as ever for MbL to go super fast on water if he chooses to do it. The thing that MbL doesn't do as much as Yo is he doesn't scout the shorelines quite as fast. Yo already scouted the dock on the right side from MbL, and he didn't actually lose the vill because the dock villager must have brought in a boar. So Yo knows where the fish are, and MbL doesn't have that information yet. He is scouting with sheep, but he's mainly scouting with sheep to find where Yo's TC is.
Okay.
Yo's going to go for the lumber camp. So Yo will go for the water approach now because he knows where the fish are. And he's going to hope to click up the feudal here. It should be possible for MbL to click just as fast, but it almost feels like MbL is going fast castle instead of prioritizing water.
Okay, let's see. We're going to restart after this game, even if it's 3-2, because the restart the game to get the new patch, because the observer is having 2 PCs, one for the observer and other for the replace, and the replace one crashed. So the game crashed. So when he has to restart, he cannot make it replace because now we are in another version. So yeah, we will go for the save option.
Yeah,
and it's very unfortunate, Tritan. You know that AoE never crash.
No, the game's perfect. We are not here because we find the game enjoyable. We're here because the game is stable and the pathing is perfect all the time.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Anyway, both are going up, Tristan. Faster for Yo, but check the population. 6 population more for MbL. So if he's not going greedy and going for water, MbL he will have no. Check the resources collected already. China is insane.
Yep.
You just need to secure the options, don't get ready, don't lose your fish. And with this economy difference, you should be able to maintain the water, even make some aggression, or if not, just be safe at home and go for castle age yourself.
Yep, I think he is going water. He's not going fast castle. He's definitely going a little greedy with it, like adding additional fishing ships. But as long as he's got the eco to produce out of 3 docks, once he's in feudal, he'll be okay. Yeah. And he also knows that Yo's going to do this. Yo wouldn't go up to Feudal Age this fast if he wasn't going to play water here.
Yeah, that's the way. And then having 3 dogs, even if you are a little bit slower, you're going to compensate with that 3rd dog the time that you are behind. Townwatch double tax is amazing. You want to secure that. Oh, another board. I think Mr. Yo has got already like 4 boards.
Yeah, he's brought in a lot. Yeah, the thing that's impressive too is Yo will bring in boars as he's doing other things. Like people normally stop bringing in boars now. He might even bring in one more if he finds it. MbL's probably just gonna build a mill on the berries and stop with that. But fires are on the way on the right side. MbL does have a couple fishing ships exposed, but he'll have his own fire ships out. So I think he'll be okay here.
Okay. Let's see what it's going to be now. And, he's going to find the fish. Hopefully he's going to react properly and see it, because he will have galleys to defend. So you don't want to lose anything? I don't think he will lose anything. But again, Tristan, Mr. Yo with the outpost super early. Can we go with the Fog of War vodka to see Mr. Yo POV? My goodness. He see everything, man.
MbL does as well.
He really see everything.
They both have gone for Town Watch, and they're both building outposts with 1 Vil to know where the opponent is and what they're doing. Really smart.
I hope he didn't drop, because we lost the camera from MbL. Another day he got power out. Yeah, he lost the power. And hopefully it's not happening this time.
Yeah, because he's having a good game here. So MbL disconnecting and ruining his rhythm would really hurt.
Well, let's check close what he's doing. I think he's still in the game. So if it's the camera only gone, it's just fine. No problem if the camera is gone. I mean, we want to have it there, but the priority here is that the players are playing. And I don't feel that he's not in the game. It's feel, yeah, he's controlling everything. So if it's the camera, it's here. Yeah, we will fix
Interesting
it. If
that
possible. If not, yeah.
It's very rare that someone would open fires and then go galleys. The typical play is continuously make fires. But this could be a pretty smart approach from MbL, because the Bengali ships regenerate. So in a fire galley war, the Bengalis are better. But the second you mix in galleys with fletching behind, suddenly Yo's going to be surprised by this. Yo can't stick around in this fight. Really well played from MbL there.
Yeah, and both are going castles almost at the same time. But it's crazy how at the end, even with Tristan, look. MbL has 1,000 resources collected more.
Yep, Chinese,
and Yo still managed to go Castle Age, man. Yeah, but he still managed to go Castle Age quicker. Which is, it means how good is also his macro, having less resources, and he managed to go up. MbL still have more navy, so if he's able to kill the galleys here with those resources, he's gonna do the job.
What do you think the players should make besides navy right now? Because I mean, navy's obviously key, but is there another unit that would come to mind? These civs are very different in terms of what they can do.
Actually, right now, since they are far and they don't see each other, I will go Lightcast, play Arena style and try to get the relics.
I like that. Yep, Lightcaps could have a lot of value. Lightcaps can stop TCs.
Yeah, you explore, you get map control, you know, and having the relics. He has relics close and he see them too. The game is close and oh baby.
Yeah. The thing for Yo that gets difficult here, even if he maintains some navy presence, is he is gonna run out of space to fish eventually. MbL can kind of move to a greater distance with those fishing ships with more docks.
Yeah, three galleys only. I mean, he's gonna win the water.
I mean, fire galleys will be upgraded with the war galley upgrade. Yo's doing a great job to repair. And Yo's gonna hop out with a demo here to surprise MbL. MbL is to be very careful. That demo could land. And demo hops out. And demo gets some damage. It's still not
an oath.
Yeah.
It's still not an oath. He's fine. He has good economy, man. He has a good economy. He's gonna make war galley upgrade. He is. He's doing 2 extra town centers, Mr. Yo. Yes, but 5 on foot, Tristan. So keeping 3 TCs with 5 on foot all the time is not gonna be easy. I mean, he has 200 foot in the bank, yes, but I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to maintain the production.
I've been really impressed with Yo's ability to just hold the line here on water, because that's big investment to go for the land eco. And normally if you do that, you just lose water immediately. But he's kind of... He's threatening enough where MbL isn't so sure he can run through there because the demos can hop out of that dock. Finally, though...
No, but he's going to have the water. He's going to have the water.
Through.
And I'm telling you something. If he's taking the water and take the fish, how he's going to make villages? Your economy is going to be garbage. He's doing now the horse collar, but all his food is the fishing ships. 5-all. He has maybe now 3 on the goats on the TC, but that's it. And this can be really, really good for MbL. Like, really good.
I think MbL needs to know, and he does see it with the outpost, that it's 3 TCs, and maybe consider a little bit of army here. But for now, he hasn't killed the fishing ships. I think Yo, he's gone up to 14 on food already, and the fishing ships aren't even working. So he should be okay with Vil production. And what Yo could try and do is use that dock to send some fires to go snipe MbL's fish. He actually has a demo. And, oh, the demo just missed the fishing ships there. Oh, and he's going to sneak a dock. With 2 villagers right where MbL's fishing.
Oh, well.
That's pretty crazy.
Do you mean it's a Yo there? But there is also MbL doing himself a dock in that lake. For what?
Ah, okay. I guess
you want to fish boom there now?
I guess to fish, yeah. It's a very fishy location. But if it's 3 TCs versus 2 TCs, and the player who has the water lead can't add more fish freely because he's always scared he's going to lose his fish, this could be pretty good for Yo.
Well, but he knows, and now he's walling those villages. He's going to make a tower. Okay. He's going to make a small pause now. I believe that they will try to fix now the camera. I think this is a good moment. They are waiting for a moment that they are not microing too much. You see, they waited that he took the water. He doesn't have to fight a lot with the galleys. And actually, there's nothing to micro because Yo got 2 fires. So, nothing to micro. Look at MbL population. Look at the score, Tristan. Yeah. Crazy.
So, this is a really important moment to look at Yo's vision and look at that outpost in MbL's eco. So, he knows that MbL is heavily mining that stone. So I think the correct response then, if you're aware of that, is you add a siege workshop, and you do not want to allow MbL to build a castle comfortably anywhere, but also forward. So I think Yo's going to go for a bit of a land push. I know that Yo's behind. I know that he's lost his fish, but I cannot state enough how nice it is that he's been able to get this sneak dock, and how he's making MbL have to focus so much on still controlling the water instead of farms. MbL doesn't have a single farm, and meanwhile, Yo's already up to like 8 to 10 farms. So I actually think that Yo's position is very nice considering what has gone wrong here for him.
Yeah, but I feel that MbL will try to make a castle forward. If he's able to do a castle forward, he can take everything if he's coming here in this area.
Yeah, unless there's siege.
Look at 10 villages on a stone.
Unless
10 villages on a stone, you know? And you could go with the rocket cart and villages, for example, to be safe. And he has already a monastery on the way. What do you think about that approach? Imagine that now he's doing siege workshop, bring a couple of monks, rocket cart, and then forward castle. Bam! His corner.
Yeah. I think he needs something other than a monk right now. I think he's just looking to get the relic. But that's going to be too late. Yo's already going to get that. Also, MbL doesn't really have a lot of space. So he needs to move towards Yo to get more stone and gold long term. So really critical moment of the game. Hopefully,
the game is going to continue in a moment.
Here in a second, yeah.
Don't worry, it's going to continue in a moment because I can see that they are. I mean, there's 2 minutes delayed and it's there, and I can see also that they are already playing, and MbL is back, as everyone can see, and we're going to keep going with this very interesting moment because I insist. Obviously, I mean, I'm not going to deny this. Tristan, I won 3-2 right now.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Of course. I mean, yeah,
I'm not going to hide it. I won a 3-2 here, you know?
It would be amazing to see MbL start to claw this back. And he's got the water, which is a big part of that. But the villagers from Yo are just going to escape, funnily enough. They don't get trapped in there. MbL's tower is a little bit of a waste. And Yo's going to get that relic. And he's now actually going to add more monks as we see a second monastery from him. And this is all before MbL builds that castle. Will MbL build that castle forward? Because he'd have to bring a lot of villagers, I think.
Yeah, but what do you think? He will? He will try. I think he has to, honestly.
I think it's the plan, but I think if Yo has monks and siege, he can't actually do it. Like, this has to happen now before Yo adds something. Man. And Yo will see him.
He's coming.
Yo has outposts there. So MbL, this might just be a safe castle because he's scared and he knows that Yo sees him.
But MbL see everything too. MbL see everything too. And
yeah,
he see that he has nothing.
True.
He has a monk, and that's it. He doesn't have anything. He's sending 20 villages, you know? He's going to convert with the monks, and he doesn't care. He's not even going back. He's coming with all those. He's gonna know and try to kill those. He's gonna convert to villages, but the castle will happen. He's gonna come with villages. Mr. Yo to deny it and make a villager fight.
Might tower. Man. He might tower and Vill rush this. I think it's crazy that Yo never added siege. This second monastery, if that's a siege workshop, this castle for MbL never has a chance in hell of going up, but it might go up. MbL's bringing Vills. The castle's at 45%. Yeah. This castle goes up.
For sure, and he has also monk himself, so he's gonna convert as well, so he's not gonna lose pretty much anything. Now he's doing. Oh, he's trapping the. He's trapping the village, Tristan! Trapping 5 villages to Mr. Yo, and MbL will kill a lot! Like a lot right now. Look at the population. He can kill so much here. He's taking a lot. He's taking the monk, and might take the game.
Yeah, it's a good spot. And now the TC will get shot down. We could see some Chukunu from MbL out of that castle. Man, with how consistent Yo has been, I'm so shocked they didn't go siege. I think it's because of his Civ bonus. And he thought, my monks are OP. Let's go for monks. Siege workshop.
Not only that.
He denies the castle.
Sorry that I interrupt you. Yeah, but he might be afraid that he got rocket cards. Rocket cards are better than mangonels. You know? And he might be thinking, I prefer the monks because if he's coming with his own siege, I did the monks.
Maybe.
So might be both, you know?
Yeah,
it has to be, I believe. Yeah.
Well,
might do the castle now. The game so interesting. Go on, Tristan.
Yo's gonna build another castle, and this castle is pretty safe to protect this area. And now this should become an Imperial Age race. I think if MbL sees this, he might want to consider idling his TCs. But then again, he only has 30 food. It doesn't feel realistic that he can necessarily be in the Imperial Age right now.
Tristan,
tricky.
Check idle TC for both players.
Yeah, really high for Yo. It's just been so tough for him without the fish. He hasn't had the fish.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that idle TC probably happened over the last couple moments because of the castle going up as well. This is good. Like, this is what MbL needs. Yeah. He needed to make it crazy to bring himself back in the series. And for the second straight game, he's gone crazy, and Yo can't handle it.
Yeah. He's playing good. He's playing good. He has monks now in that lake, in the lake close to his base, trying to convert those. And China economy is gonna start to shine now. Tristan, 30 farmers, 12 on goal. If Mr. Yo 3 rallies, okay. But if he's going up to Imperial with that castle in the middle of the map, what is gonna have Yo left? And remember, he's Bengalis. He doesn't have bomber cannons. He doesn't have anything. If you lose the castle, what'd you do?
Yeah. I think it's amazing what this castle has done for MbL's own economy. Because now he has space again. He can take that gold. And the Chukunu are here. They'll go in for the monks. MbL's own monks actually get converted. So that's a bit of a weird fight.
Well, they thought, yeah, but the Chukunus are doing the job. He's doing a good job here. He has now a converted Ratha. You know, he's gonna take those. He's doing fine. 110 population, 85. And MbL can sell the wood. He can even make another castle here to avoid any potential aggression. He's gonna make it at home. He's gonna be safe here at home. Look at that castle, Tristan. This is gonna be 3-2.
Yeah.
And if it's not, I will be very surprised.
Yo is finally making the siege that he has needed for the last 5 minutes. And it will do nothing. Because that castle is just simply going to block that area off, fully protect MbL, and lock that area down. It's tough for Yo, too. Like, where does he even move with the siege? He's kind of blocked off everywhere he goes because of the way the woodlines are positioned. And MbL, on the way to Imp.
amazing play by MbL, seriously, Tristan. He's playing so good this game. So good. You know, and now what he needs is consistency. So we were talking about mentally how the players will be feeling. But if you get the 3-2, then Mr. Yo might feel some pressure? Or you think that he's kind of a beast that no pressure at all? They are human. I think they are human.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the pressure.
So interesting, man.
The pressure will be much higher going into the next game, and MbL will still feel like kind of like he's got nothing to lose, because he played maybe in his mind so poorly in the initial games. He doesn't even feel like he deserves to be in the series. But especially if we get to a game 7, the pressure is going to be on Mr. Yo more than MbL.
Yeah. And now MbL, if he's getting, might be hype, no? What do you think? He should be hype as well, like, oh my god, game 6, let's go.
Yeah, it depends on the player. I think you have to be careful getting too excited too early. you don't want to get too excited and then take a bad fight.
Well, and it's not over. I mean, we are telling this, it's just not over. It's a Nomad map, you need to kill. Obviously, you are with a big advantage. You're gonna have now Chukunus with the +3. It's a minute left only, and those Ratas are melting right now. Population is still bigger and bigger difference. Converting one more. Here, careful with the Mangonel. But Monk is down. The Mangonel, it's killing everything.
Yeah,
it's killing a lot.
And look how long it took the siege to get here. And now you need to send your siege around the whole way again. It's just impossible to push with how MbL has set up his base. There is a castle on the left for Yo. MbL will need to leave that gold, but MbL can make trebs. And honestly, Yo GG'd pretty early in the previous game, I felt. He might GG here. Because this is...
Let's say.
This is bad.
No, not here. Yeah, it's very bad, but he's Nomad. He has expanded as well. The score difference is insane, that's for sure. It's not Nomad anymore stone. Mr. Yo has 4 relics. You know, he has one castle on the right, doing another on the left. He might be thinking that maybe, oh, what is that upgrade? First time I see it.
Dragon ship.
Vodka. I need to see it.
Did MbL intentionally click Dragon ship, or is that a misclick? I think he tried to upgrade his fires. Wait, does that upgrade the fires? I don't even know. I don't even know, bro. Is that their new fire ship?
Why you ask to me? Why you ask to me? It was good that you
It's your tournament, bro. You're in charge. I don't actually know what that is yet.
I'm not in charge of the civilization, you know, but it does, man. I think you were even lucky about that.
Ah, yeah, okay, this thing.
I wanted you to fail, but didn't fail, man. What is this, Tristan?
I remember.
Ooh, look at those.
They're very dragony. Nice. It's their upgraded fire. That looks way different than what I was expecting it to change to, but it's an upgraded fire. I think a couple civs have that, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, Yo is
here,
in trouble here.
Tristan, the beauty here is not that he's in trouble only. MbL is prepared. He went right away for that upgrade.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Right away.
How dare I imply that MbL didn't know what he was clicking? I didn't know. That's on me. I had no clue what that freaking thing was.
Yeah, look at the score. The score is crazy. The population difference is crazy. The map control as well. It's true that Mr. Yo is trying to go through the left. Would you do something else than Chukurus now? It's maybe time to... Well, not a lot of farms yet, but maybe go in some light caps to keep raiding and raiding everything. Also, the light caps are great against the monks.
I mean, Yo's eco is so terrible right now. I think Chukunu alone is fine. Chukunu and farm basically is your game plan. You can do both. Wait till your farms get up to 40 or 50. Then you can switch to stables. Yo is going to lose another castle. He's going to lose another TC. And he seems in shock. Because...
His game... That's why he's in shock, because his game.
It's over.
And he's thinking, what? 3-2 and he will be on Nomad? What's happening? I'm not the master Nomad anymore? Well, seems like not. Because MbL, with Chinese civilization, I said in the start, we're doing some good predictions today, Tristan. You know, that China is also brutal, man. And played very smooth and came aggressive. That castle not only was good with the position, he took 6 villages or 7 instead of losing himself. Tristan, he killed a lot.
Yeah, Yo can't believe it. Yo's going to try skirms now. He's waiting for these upgrades to come in. This is obviously a good move against Chukunu. But he's just... There's so many Chukunu to deal with. And it's so easy for MbL to get the cav switch in now. And Yo's got nothing on golds. Except for the 4 relics, I guess. And MbL
Yeah,
just
but he
needs
will
to
lose it.
have to push this back. It should be pretty easy for him.
Yeah, and he's doing that now. Well, balance economy for Yo. 1 on wood, 7 on food, 0 on gold. Pretty much all the same. Nothing, and nothing. 100 population, 155. I like how MbL is playing a castle up the back. He's still playing safe, you know. Not taking any risks. Another castle. And Mr. Yo keep trying. But literally, Tristan, he got nothing. 14 skirmishes. Nothing else.
Yeah, it's not looking good. MbL just needs that cav switch. Man, I have to say while we have the time, and I don't want to take credit away from MbL here, because I think he's played incredible the last 2 games. But we're talking the highest level of Age of Empires, and it's Mr. Yo. The fact that he had an outpost, he could see the stone and see if it was being mined, and he went second monastery instead of siege workshop, was just a misread, right? Like, if he had 1 mangonel with 2 monks, MbL can never build this castle. And this is the castle that changed the game. So
you still don't forget about that, huh?
Yeah.
You're still thinking that that's the point. That's the point to turn that game. Absolutely. But he didn't have any tool to deny that. We're waiting, guys. We're waiting to see if it's gonna be a confirmation into the 3-2. It seems so, but till it's not over, till he's not resigning, we cannot guarantee it. Now we can. Game number 6. Oh man, 3-2, Tristan. And people was afraid about the sweep. No sweep anymore. We have a decider. Now even closer.
yeah, sick. Well played from MbL. I mean, all the mental hurdles you have to jump through to recover in these types of situations, he's clearly done. And also, I think correctly am critical of Yo. He should have gone for the siege workshop. But can we talk about how MbL looked? He saw the second monastery and he said, I can actually drop the castle forward. That castle comes with a lot of risk too, which MbL was able to read and fight through. So well played. Obviously, he won the water as well. And that is a map that Yo is known for being very good at, and he didn't get the win. So glad we could avoid the sweep. Nobody wants to see a sweep, except for the player winning.
Yeah, we won game 7. Vamos, Vodka. Tell me the 14. 14. There you go. Game number 6. Tristan with me, T90. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you and your viewers are enjoying a lot. Like every viewer that is watching this, mine as well, of course, people on Twitch, on YouTube, everywhere. Georgians and Tatars. Would you prefer? Because personally, I think Georgians are fine, but I don't think they are that great. And I like it, Tatars in this matchup a lot.
I think it's very close. I agree with you. I really like the Tatars as well. I just find that some of the bonuses to the Georgians don't really play out as well, or sorry, as the Tatars. It doesn't help as much here. For example, the hill bonus. When most of the fights are happening on the hills, on the same elevation, that's not going to have an effect. So a lot of it's going to come down to how active they are fighting through the middle. So if Yo runs directly through the middle and then up the hill, then yes, that's going to be good for the Tatars. But if Yo comes from the left, if Yo comes from the right with cav archers or knights, then there's no hill there. So I'm kind of interested to see how that will play out here.
But the wood, check the wood, Vodka. The wood is so important. There's a downhill there.
Yeah.
If you put cav archers there, the wood for Yo can be a massacre.
That's true.
And you cannot place a DC ever there. Like exactly in the wood, you know?
Yeah.
The TC can be close in the border, but that's it. That's all about. So it's tricky, man. It's 25% more attack. How do you hold that?
Yeah, that's a fair point. Also, I think a really helpful eco bonus here, arguably more important than the mule cart, is the extra food you get on your sheep and your cows. So MbL will have plenty of food. He even found a deer. It looks like everyone knows that the deer kind of spawn far away, and they're still going to push them in anyways. They'll get a little bit of extra food there. Can be good. I think MbL will want scouts into archers. He won't want scouts only against the Georgians, because the Georgian scouts do regenerate. It can be rather complicated there.
Yeah, they regenerate now less than before, but still, it's better for sure that the other scouts, for sure. It's up already, Yo, with 19 population. MbL is gonna go up 20. Not a big deal, right? It's okay.
Yeah, not a big deal. They don't really need to scout, I think. while this map can produce some crazy games, this Civ matchup pretty much tells you we're not going to see Man-at-Arms. Both these Civs are very strong scout Civs. So that's why they're able to just push in the extra deer and be greedy. It's kind of interesting how much stone there actually is on this map. There is a ridiculous amount of stone, almost as much stone as there is gold. 27,000 stone on the map, with 21,000 of that being directly in the middle.
Yeah, but what we do is, well, what he did, the creator of this map, because this was a map contest and that was the winner for this category, is that there's still some stone outside. So it's not exactly snowballing that you cannot take any stone, you know?
Yeah.
Because if not, it can be very tricky with some specific civilizations, you know?
Makes sense.
Very tricky. So it's balance. It's very nice. But they need to be aggressive, because if you take now all the resources close to the TC are far. It's hard to wall now all resources in your base, you know? You need to wall a lot, Tristan.
Yep. Final deer gets pushed in from MbL. Good thing he got Loom, because the scout's already here for Yo. And it's expected that the Georgians will be a little bit faster to getting that stable up. MbL could have gone up faster than he did, but I think as long as he walls in his wood line, he should be fine. And he'll drop his own stable just with one villager. Would like to see another villager building that personally, but as long as MbL doesn't fall too far behind in the scout numbers, he still should be in a pretty good position here.
Yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. Also, the wood lane in the start, if you go scout, is gonna be easy to wall. The problem is when the archers come in, you know, Tristan, because those wood lines are either a tower or they are in big problems. As you can see, Mr. U is starting to make the huge walls. So would you prefer here, wall a lot like he's doing, or just put one spear here, one spear there, and you might save resources at this way?
I mean,
so what do you think is better?
I really think with the position of Yo's gold, the walling is the best play. Because that gold is crazy good. MbL's gold, look at the difference. He has to wall this massive circle. So, yeah, I think Yo's doing the right thing. And Yo will also see that MbL has to defend that. So maybe it's a mix, Mem. Maybe it's a mix. You build the wall on the left, and then you also can go for the fast archer follow-up. You have that option.
Not gonna lose it. Not gonna lose it, but almost. He need to go now back with that Valier, or he will lose it. Now he's gonna be trying to wall in circle, as you mentioned. The scouts are there, so time to go away, probably, for Mr. Yo. To scout 2 spears. I think MbL is confident on the transition to castles with Tatars, honestly. I mean, you get, if you are switching into Cav Archers, Thumbring for free as well. Tristan, we didn't mention that. That's pretty sick.
Yep, Thumbring for free. And then also the Georgians will have the Cav Archers that can regenerate if they want to go that route. And Vill's on gold for Yo. It's funny, a lot of people are going to build their range a lot faster, but Yo just loves to wall and get to Cav Archers, so he fights off that spear. This is a dangerous number of scouts now for MbL. He can't just rely on spearmen now, because they can get picked off and then regenerate, and Yo picks off another spear, and he just simply moves away.
Are there now.
And the scout will slowly regenerate.
Yeah, but at least he's not losing the village. That's what he doesn't want. He lost 2 spears, and the scout only got half HP, 2 of them. So it's definitely not the best. I don't know why he went away with the scouts. Like, this was clear that he's here. It's the only weak point he has. MbL is walling like Karina. It's gonna be walling completely. So, this you can see how the most open maps, and well, how important is the match now, Tristan? They just wall to be safe and go for the castle age, because to be honest, is where the civilization get the strongest units, right? Now in feudal, you don't want to take any risk.
Yeah, MbL will want to kill every single weak unit in there, because otherwise that could be a full HP unit later on, and Yo saves the 2 weak scouts. It's such a frustrating feeling when playing up against the Georgians, because if controlled properly, they can do that. And I think Yo should take very little risks here. He needs to be fully walled before he moves out with much more. The win for him is that he forced MbL into a ton of walls and spears and scouts. And if MbL's scouts can't get through, it could be seen as a waste for him.
Okay, scout and spears keep going. And we're gonna see an archery range for Mr. Yo, while MbL, it's already fully walled. Is Mr. Yo gonna be creating more units and trying to put some pressure? Because if he's doing more army and not doing the pressure, then MbL is going to have a bit better economy to go up quicker
Well,
because he's not spending anything else, Tristan.
Yeah, well, you do need the gold, right? And MbL's gold is really close to those walls. So I think Yo kind of senses that and is going to try and force MbL into something else. What you don't want is you don't want MbL to just go Cav Archers and not need to make anything other than scouts. This, at the very least, should force MbL into some skirms, which could delay his Castle Age.
But MbL is not a shy person. If he has to make a tower, he will do it.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I believe that the tower might happen as soon as he see the archers. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's many scouts here. I think he can clean that with those scouts. Yeah, he's going away.
I love how Yo has one of his scouts that's weak, scouting the map, and the other two are literally just sitting at home, which very few pros do. Everyone's going to want to use their army, but Yo's just going to simplify his game plan and just leave them there like he's 300 elo. But that's the smart play, because you're probably going to lose them otherwise.
It's Gilbert in Arbor. I like what MbL is doing. I mean, if you go only scouts, he's just farming a lot. He's going to have a smooth economy here for sure. Gilbert in Armor is going to be a nice upgrade to have if he's going to make lances. I will suspect him maybe Cav Archers later. But now Wheelbarrow for Yo, while Wheelbarrow has been done for MbL already. So this economy should be strong. Mr. Yo still have more resources collected though. And I want to see a tower from MbL because that goal, as you mentioned before, is going to be in real danger. And this is quite a lot. Oh my god, Bloodlines. Maybe it's not needed, the tower then.
Yeah. I think you had two choices. You mix in some skirms with the scouts, or you make more scouts and just double down on this. Now, from Yo's perspective, it's awfully quiet, and he still hasn't seen his skirm. So he should sense that this is what MbL is going to do. And MbL is going to drop the tower.
You like that tower?
I don't like the tower because I think he's building up enough army. Yeah, he could wall this out, and he's building up enough army to win the fight. So I'd kind of prefer that MbL doesn't build the tower, but this is a lot of pressure.
Not there. I would like that. Yeah, I would like the tower forward actually, but now he's gonna have Bloodlines, Skillbard in Armor, Forging, so fully upgraded scouts with 10 scouts. He can clean that army with 10 scouts with fully upgraded.
Oh god. Oh god. He left through a hole in his walls. Now Yo's super confused. Yo should honestly just run in. But Yo knows the army must be on the way, and there he goes with the fight.
Okay, he's gonna take the battle. That was tricky. He wanted to do, maybe it was a trap. Maybe it was on purpose. But now Mr. Yo is on the way to Castle Age. As you can see, he's up to Castle. He's gonna clean everything. MbL will have the resources to go up soon. Magically, maybe he will. He's gonna clean all or not. Those scouts are powerful enough to clean all the archers, Tristan. And then he will be up to Castle but without pretty much any army.
I think if you think about what Yo forced, though, he's probably pretty happy with that. He forced a tower. MbL has spent hundreds and hundreds of food to kill a couple archers. And Yo, in my opinion, should actually stop all archer production, drop 2 more ranges, and then he'll be in Castle Age with Cav Archers soon. So I think Yo's in a really nice position, provided that MbL doesn't break in. If MbL can run in to that base with these scouts, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He's gonna take now that spear. I mean, it's still fine because there is no army and they're both wall. MbL is about to go up to Castle Age in a moment. And the good thing is that Yo can make town centers. He's going up, but now MbL will go Cav Archers, Tristan, because he's doing the archery ranges.
Yeah, I like the thought process from both here. Again, I'm a little surprised that Yo's continuing to make archers. It's not a recent change now. I think it was 2 years ago when they bumped up the cost of crossbow. But that change kind of coincided with people going for more Cav Archers, because if you only have 5-foot archers, is it worth it to invest into the crossbow upgrade? A lot of the time it feels like it's not. Yo moves out with the archers before the upgrades, which is a little risky. But he wants to move forward as quickly as possible. And he'll have crossbow, he'll have bodkin, and maybe he'll go Cav Archers after that. But yeah, that's weird to me. It's only 6 crossbows. It feels like he should have just stopped making
it doesn't make
units
sense,
in the first place.
honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to mention because you already said, right? But crossbow upgrade for just 6 archers is not a big mass. They can die easily against whatever he's gonna do. I love the second tower. I just love it. That's a tower that you needed, you know, because that goal is in there. Now it's securing on the left side. So what we want to do is match Cav Archers. They will be better than Georgian because Thambrin is sick. So let's say it's gonna be a battle of Cav Archers. Then the better Cav Archers will win here. Obviously the micro gonna matters. Regenerate is great, but I still prefer Thambrin. Don't know what you think.
Yeah, I do, but I think MbL feels really uncomfortable going only Cav Archers now because his opponent's been in Castle Age faster than him. And going Cav Archers when your opponent's probably going to make them before you is not usually a good play. So he's going to go for Skirms for now. A good play. 1 TC for both. Yo did build a church in the wood area, and the area around the churches are more efficient with the Georgians. So that's a good play. And I also love how Yo is house walling everything on the sides. So eventually if MbL comes over, MbL shouldn't be able to do a whole lot of damage there.
Both are doing the same. The least skirmishes are there, and you can see how now he's killing the crossbows. The knights are surprising me here because, well, he's fully wall and spending resources in the knights kind of make no sense. Now the next step for MbL, I believe he should make another TC. He might buy the stone because he doesn't have. Where he's gonna make the TC, I have no clue, but he should go outside of his base, I believe, to expand like Mr. Yo did. Don't know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, the middle's not an option. So, yeah, to the side would be good. I actually wouldn't mind it right next to the gold near the towers. That's feels weird because you already have the towers there, but that's on the hill. And that's very close to the middle of the map. It could be a valuable position.
Tristan, or just in front of that tower that there's another goal and take that goal.
Yeah, that's the one I mean. Yeah, right there. That would be super good.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I agree. Okay, skirmishes with the +2 armor. Now it's going to go back. You have to be careful. The cities are going a lot better than we expected. What, 50 minutes ago? Probably yes. Let's see now what's going to happen with those skirmishes. He's going to be able to kill those. The knights are now doing the job, but the knights don't have any upgrades. Just now +1 and not yet. So he can kill and he will. So those skirms with the +2, by the way, +2 armor, those skirms are tanky, Tristan.
Yeah,
very tanky.
MbL needs ballistics though. MbL needs to snag that because that's an upgrade that Yo has. But it's a pretty close game. Yo's got the second TC, but this is a map where if you lose map control, this is a Civ matchup where if you lose map control, you could be out of luck. Like 10 extra villagers, 15 extra villagers. I don't care if you don't have army. So, yeah, really, really valuable. And he scared me when you reacted to the Siege Workshop. That's a good Siege Workshop from MbL.
It's a good one, man. I got to scare myself, you know, and that's why I react like this, because it's like I'm getting hyped because it's gonna be more aggression, because this is what I love it. Because if they start out to make TCs used with the skins, we have seen this many times. I want to see MbL micro here with the mangonels, and then he will have time to make the TCs after, because if you now put a lot of pressure, your opponent, even if he has 3 TCs, is not gonna have the best economy possible. And you can now start to snipe here unit 100%. Look how he's starting to move, and you want to have the initiative in a map like this, Tristan.
Look at the difference in the fortifications, mem. Yo has house walls pretty much everywhere, so MbL can't break through. MbL has palisade walls. Having said that, that's enough because he's got some skirms. But yeah, I agree. I think the initiative is good. I also want to point out how epic Yo's TC was on the left side, because it wasn't just on the gold, it was on the stone. So he thought about the limited stone that's on the top when he built that town center.
Very good. But he has 11 farmers. Now he's doing the Siege Workshop, but the Siege Workshop is not gonna be in time to hold the aggression. But don't block your own ram, please. Send the ram before he's walling more and more.
I don't like the ram in the first place. It reminds me of game number 3 or 2, where he went for a ram instead of a mangonel. The ram is limited in how it can help you here. And now the mangonel from Yo, if it can make it out, could probably just shoot down the ram. Yo denies the TC. Yo has siege on the way behind this. Okay, but there is a mangonel from MbL, so maybe I'm wrong. This could still get dangerous.
It's good because also he has the Thambrin. You can see how he's taking those units. The only bad thing is that he couldn't make that Tone Center. If he had that TC there, would be amazing. He's gonna go in. You have to be careful. Skirmishes are coming. It's easier to defend because the reinforcement by Joe are closer. But you need to micro. This is amazing move. MbL has army all over. 84 population, 78. This is looking good. Let's go forward now, Vodka, to see the battle because that's gone already. And on his base, he's doing the job. If he take the siege workshop, it's gonna be brutal, Tristan. What is this? It's gonna be game number 7?
The Ram is actually sick here because Yo can't pop out with the Mangonel because the Ram can one-shot it. So the Ram's actually very much helpful here. And Yo, amongst all this, is gonna try and micro and drop a castle towards the middle, man. There's so much happening. Yo hops out with his Mangonel.
I don't care.
He kills
one.
I
don't care that castle, Tristan, right now. What is matters here is this. He take the Mangonel, the Ram is still there, and now take another Mangonel. The value here from MbL, I believe it's insane. Don't know what you think.
It is. He is losing a lot of skirms, though. He hasn't killed many villagers. Yo still has the villager lead. And a castle in the middle, near the gold, near the stone, could be really helpful long term. So Yo is not dead, and now MbL's Mangonel exposed. The Knight almost kills it, and Yo needs to finish it before the repairs. And he should be able to do so. Crazy, crazy game.
Amazing game, like the series. Now you can see how the macro is not the greatest for Yo, but he has no food, but then a lot of wood, lot of gold, but you check MbL and also quite a lot of wood. He's doing now 2 extra TCs. So you make the TCs later, but check MbL idle TC.
Yeah,
and
55 seconds.
Yo idle
Beautiful.
TC.
Yep.
So it's you go 1 TC and then you add the TC later. You create all this efficiency and this chaos, crazy chaos. Same average for both. And now this killing village is gonna take the Mangonel. The Ram did an amazing job. I don't care that it's gonna be gone now, but it was great.
Yeah, it was. I agree. I was worried it was gonna be kind of like earlier in the day, but it made a big difference. Mangonel micro for MbL. Enough so far, and they'll trade 1 for 1. I think Yo will take that, but Yo needs he needs more siege, and he's had a real issue with these cav archers. The thumb ring upgrade's so epic here. You fire so quickly.
Yeah, thumb ring is being so good. It's really being so good here. He's gonna come with another Mangonel. In the meanwhile, they keep booming. Resources though, Yo has more, but he's gonna need Monaspas. He's bringing Monaspas now. He's doing Monaspas plus 1 armor, but if he's still having the numbers with cav archers, Monaspas will die, Tristan.
Yeah, really well played there from MbL. Great micro, uses the cav archers on the Mangonels. Yo keeps hoping to push this back, but MbL just keeps showing up with more siege. MbL will be confused when he sees the Monaspas because he hasn't seen a castle yet, and the Monaspas can be the siege snipers here.
Yeah, but the Monaspas will go down. Yeah, it's going down the Mangonel, but the oldest Monaspas, it will kill it.
Yep.
Now he has to be careful. He's gonna be able, and the Monaspas are down because the cav archers with Thumbrin are amazing, and he's doing a great micro too. Tristan, who's winning this?
I don't know. It's super close. It could still go either way. It's super close. I'm inclined to think Yo. Yo has 2 relics. There's a lot of eco from Yo protected or behind this castle. He's starting to clear up some of these cav archers now. But if MbL can get a castle near his siege workshop, that cuts off a lot of this map that Yo is trying to reclaim. So it's a crazy game right now.
There's one thing that I think it's gonna make that MbL is gonna be ahead and then also faster to Imperial. MbL is only doing mainly cav archers now, while for stopping this, Mr. Yo is doing skirms and Monaspas. So, the Imperial time, check their resources, MbL is about to click up, make a castle here where that TC is, and if you do that and go on Imperial faster with party and tactics also for free, MbL is a huge and beautiful spot. I don't know what you think.
Well, it's +2 armor on the Monaspa now. If Yo invest that food into more Monaspas, the Monaspas can be really dangerous. So I agree with you, but you have to earn that castle spot. And when you stop producing, you're suddenly left with only 20 cav archers against skirms, against siege. And so maybe it's Yo's turn to build a castle in the exact spot that we thought MbL was going to build a castle.
You need to make it, MbL. He has the stone. He's on the way to Imperial, but Mr. Yo is coming. Just make at the back. You don't even need to make forward. You need the castle there because your timing, your momentum to be an imp is a lot better. He see the castle and it's a romantic castle, Tristan, but there's a Mangonel. I hope that MbL will have the Mangonel in time because if he's not doing this castle, this can be the game. But for Yo, he needs this castle to be up, and it's gonna be up. No, I think he needs the castle at the back. He doesn't need. He's going up. Oh, the man gonna kill it. No, he didn't kill it. He didn't kill it, and now he's killing villains, but the castle is not going up. Why he's not doing the castle? At the back, Tristan, explain me, because I don't know.
Well, because he had range units, he had a mangonel on the way, and he thought there was a chance, and he didn't want to lose ground. He will build a castle on the back now. He didn't lose too many bills, but that's a big ballsy play there from Yo to do that in the first place.
Yes.
Like, you could have easily just built a safe castle and made more Manaspa, but to build that next to the siege workshop and have it work out is ridiculous.
It's insane.
Still chances for MbL though, right? Because MbL can make trebs. So as long as MbL can make trebs, he's still in this game.
Is that the Imperial TC? I don't think so. That's the Imperial TC, and I hope not.
Hand card.
Because if that's the Imperial Town Center, it's the hand card.
Yeah.
Thanks God.
It's just
all
hand
right.
card.
He's moving to the left with another Town Center. He's now raiding on the left. I like it. He's finally raiding the other part. It's only 6 villages different and almost the same army. The game can't be closer, Tristan. It's so close game.
But
Joe, 5,000 resources collected more.
I was just going to say, look at how good Yo's eco setup is, though. He's got relics. He's got churches all over his eco, adding to efficiency, which only the Georgians can do. And he also has 2 castles. One of them's in the middle, so he can take more stone than MbL. MbL won't be able to get to multiple castles because of how the map is set up. So this could be... I mean, MbL loses this game if he cannot keep this castle up on the right side. He has to.
I agree. He need to. The good thing is that it's still 1 minute away to Imperial Yo. So if he has army there, because don't leave the trebuchets alone, he might be able to hold. I will do even some walls for potential trebuchets. So let's go to check that right side, Vodka. Check that castle, because this is the important moment of the game here for MbL. He has also the +3. So, oh, but he start to get so many Monaspas. He will need some walls, because those Monaspas might kill the traps quite fast.
Yo's got a crazy army. 21 on stone for more castles. And yeah, you're right. I think you should try and go for some type of walls. But when you don't have stone, it's kind of tricky. I think the next thing you can do if you're MbL is just have all your army next to your trebs always. And that's what he's doing. So raiding is good, but this is a situation where you no longer want to raid. And, oh god, that ram is underneath the castle. It was getting shot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it almost took the trap.
No, but he has Keshik. He has Keshik as well, but he almost take it. He didn't take it. This is a great castle now from Mr. Yo, taking more map control. He need to move those villages from there. He need to go. I mean, he's fine. On the right side, he still have gold and a stone. Obviously, that's an important moment that he's taking some of it. And we see flaming camels even. Okay.
Ooh, MbL making flaming camels. Wow, okay.
My
so
goodness.
Flaming camels do bonus damage against Cav. And the main army that Yo's going to be focusing on is the Cav. They're pretty much garbage against everything else. But mixing in a couple flaming camels could be a really good move for MbL to swing the game.
Let's see. Population is still very close, like really good. But don't let him to get inside your base. You should wall a little bit more maybe. The Monaspas are elite, and he's gonna come here, but he has a lot of cav archers. The problem is that there is also some skins behind them, so it's gonna be a problem. But that castle is being repaired. He's spending a lot of stone. Man, Tristan, 31 villages on stone. He's definitely using the stone Raz map.
Yeah, he only has 8 on gold as well, so he really needs to sell some stone probably to get gold income. Yo's skirms still are not imp upgraded. They're just castle age skirms. So it's mostly about the Manaspa here. And Yo is through, but he's still losing his castle on the other side. He's repairing, which the Georgians can do for a long time. It probably needs to wait till these skirms get more upgrades before he loses them. I really don't like that engagement for Yo.
No. He killed a lot there. MbL with more population. Look at the army numbers, and that castle on the right is about to go down. It's already many trebuchet. Tristan, MbL playing amazing cities. So many units, a lot more than his opponent. And the walls are coming. The walls are happening. You need to wall more. It's gonna wall. It's gonna wall. It's gonna wall. No! But there is some units as well, and now he's gonna be able to clean those Monaspas. Don't lose the trebs. He's not losing all the trebs, but the castle is down.
Castle,
Tristan, this is a great move by him. Go on.
Manaspa just melted. And the Flaming Camel's got some really big hits. Unfortunate for MbL that he does end up losing the Trebs. But, dude, Yo's a crazy person with castles. Yo's actually building another one. And I think that Manaspa are too low HP now, man. They have a lot of attack, but they're only 100 HP, and I don't know if 100 HP is good enough if MbL can get to this many Cav Archers.
And imagine if he's doing heavy Cav Archers. He still doesn't have heavy Cav Archers. He did Silk Armor, so they are now even more armor. I believe they are +7 already. No, because he's missing the last one, but he killed a lot here. And army, more numbers from MbL. What MbL need, Tristan, is a little bit of more farms. Because 7 farms, sorry to me, is not enough if the game keep going for a long game.
I mean, he more farms. He like rarely puts auto farm on. And this is a situation when you have this much wood, you really need to have auto farm so you can keep some of that food eco, right? Yo, as he's probably going to lose another castle in the north, is going to drop a castle on MbL's face, and he has skirms now. And if MbL only has Cav Archers, the skirms are a real problem.
Yeah, and he has only Cav Archers. That's where now having farms will be great. The Hussars from Tatars will be here. Tristan, fantastic. Against Skirms, +5 armor they have, the Tatars one. But he can kill all the villagers. Those Cav Archers with heal advantage, melting those.
Yep.
Yeah, and the gate is closed. He's not doing the castle, but the Skirms is the problem here. He's gonna come back with all his Cav Archers and trying to clean.
Is Yo dropping another castle? Yo's just dropping another castle where he just lost one. He continues to do this. He has the stone for it. He just doesn't want to allow MbL to advance so he can do everything else on the other side.
Yeah, is using this just as a shield to try to go in several spots. 166 population, 140. Pretty amazing.
It is crazy.
Amazing how now Mr. Yo is playing, and with these Monaspa, these unique units, he's unable to come back MbL in the series. He did a crazy attempt. The GG has been called, and Mr. Yo will face the Viper. What a great series at the end, Tristan. Amazing series and great play by both players and MbL with his huge effort here.
Yeah, I mean, think about game 2. If MbL took game number 2, we'd be going to the 7th game right now. And that's what it often is. That was literally what we said before the series started. When these two play, it feels like Yo has that extra win or two in him, that game or two that he can decide is just simply going to be his. Great game. I'm really happy that MbL gave us a better performance after losing the first 3 and that we got more games. But my money was always on Mr. Yo today. He's just always seems to be so consistent every single game. And he did some crazy things here. MbL's, excuse me, little siege push was really good, but he somehow defended. He built 3 different castles that he ended up losing, I think. And it all made sense.
It was amazing, man.
It all made sense somehow.
Okay. Tristan, do you want to interview to Mr. Yo? Because he's here.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay? Okay. What you have to do is to put also your viewers see everything. Put the Discord screen full, you know, and then they will see Mr. Yo and Tristan for the interview. Here you are with the T90 and Mr. Yo.
Oh, wait, so I'm the only one doing the interview? Is that it? Hello,
Only
Yo.
you. Yes.
Oh.
Me, of course.
Hi, Yo. Sorry, I'm unprofessional. How are you feeling, Yo, after that series?
Really release. I was under a lot of pressure after losing 2 games in a row.
Yeah. Were you
Something bad was about to happen.
You thought something bad was about to happen. Oh my god.
Yeah, remind me of the game I played against Sebastian in last Warlords.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about your confidence before the series against MbL. I feel as though every time you play him, you normally get the better of him, but the games are close. So were you worried? Yeah. How did you feel?
Yeah, I was confident, but at the same time, I'm still worried. Like, it's a single elimination. Like, if I lose, I will lose the top 8 chance. Yeah, the pressure was real there.
Okay.
But anyway, I have the confidence I can beat him because I used to win against him a lot.
Yep.
Few times.
Okay. Game 1, that villager came up behind your wood line? Or the militia came from behind your wood line? How confused were you with MbL's opening there?
No idea what he was going to do there. I was expecting a range nearby, but then I saw him making the range in his space. I didn't know what was his plan.
I think if you want an answer, he tried to dock the middle and he missed it with his villager and then was like, I don't know what to do with his villager anymore. And ended up just building a barracks behind your base. So it was like classic MbL.
What happened after the villager?
Well, he built the barracks behind your base because he missed docking the area where you TC'd later with the 9 fish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that explains what happens, basically. You win the first game, which we're seeing here, and then you move into the next one. Were you worried about Black Forest at all? Because I know that's not necessarily a map that you prefer.
Let's say I didn't plan to win that game.
Okay. He got the wall down right away, and then it turned into a tower war. How comfortable were you with how Feudal Age played out?
I mean, I had the loom really early, and he didn't have it, so I knew I had to try something stupid. So I went for the tower rush, and I saw his lake is really close. And I figured if I can manage to stop him from fish boom, then I could get back to the game.
Yeah, and
but he defended really well.
Yeah. Did you know you had 4 relics on your side in early stages?
No, I didn't notice. Not until the admin told us to pause the game. And I think MbL wanted to continue because he saw me did the loom and he was full walled. That makes sense.
Yep.
And really doesn't matter that much.
Got it. Okay. So the tower rush continues, but I personally feel as though Turks are a bit better, and I'm sure MbL maybe felt the same because he picked them. What do you think about the matchup, though? Do you think it's close? Do you prefer Bohemians over Turks? As the game goes,
Turks is better. Turk is better when they have the gold.
Yep.
But when they run out the gold, they only have Hussar. They have no answer to the Halberdier. I just try my best to start into really late games.
Yep, makes sense. Which obviously you were able to do. But like right here, I don't know, are you able to see the replay right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
on Discord?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Like, what would you have given if you had to give yourself a percentage chance in this moment? What were you feeling? He took out your castle. He had bombard cannons already. You're miles away from Hoofnitsa. What were you thinking here?
Well, I didn't know I was behind in economy as well, so I was pretty dead, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, he obviously went for the bombard tower approach. Was that... I mean, bombard towers could be really scary. So did you see them and think, oh no? Or did you think that maybe that would give you a chance in some ways? Just because it's more of like a stalling tactic, which Turks don't necessarily want to do.
I mean, I don't like it. Like, if he was just going straight to my walls and he will break it easily, and with scouts inside, I don't think I can survive that.
Yeah.
But he was investing a lot to these towers, and which gave me time to recover my economy.
Did that actually give you confidence? Like, did you actually think because he's building towers, he might run out of gold faster?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Interesting. Okay. Well, obviously we know how the game ends. I think that contributed. From my perspective, it felt like MbL had an opportunity to push, but because of the slow crawl of the towers, he didn't necessarily use artillery range as much as maybe he could. And yeah, I mean, at this stage of the game, dude, you're just waiting till that gold runs out, right?
Yeah.
If you would have lost this game, would you have been affected at all mentally? Like if it went as long as it did? No. So
No, because I was ready to lose this game. I have no confidence in Black Forest 1v1. I hope this map don't exist next time. I don't like it.
I will put twice, Mr. Yo.
What?
I heard the next Warlords is actually exclusively Black Forest. I did what someone
But that's
told
too
me.
much. That's too much, Tristan. That's too much. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, though that's interesting because it feels like your Civ was good, your gameplay is good, but you just literally were like, "This is a loss in my mind."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are there any other maps? You might not want to say this because Viper might be listening, but are there any other maps that in your mind you just say, "This is a loss"? You just think about it that way?
Let's not talk about it.
Okay. That's fair. I feel like you might not want to say that if there's a few more, but you eventually push back. You had 825 stone in the bank for a super long time. Was it always part of the plan to save for that castle?
Yeah. That hill is crucial.
All right, Malian's Huns next game. So this honestly, yo, and I don't want to offend you with this comment. This might have been one of the cleanest hybrid openings and follow-ups you've had in a really long time. How did you feel about this? Because this was crazy.
I felt amazing. Like what you said, right? It's the best opening I had for a really long time. But then I messed up again in early Castle Age. I messed up.
Okay, what did you mess up in early castle? Just losing your army or what?
No. I think I didn't build the second lumber camp fast enough, so I didn't have the wood to make two stable, and I couldn't mass knights in the early game. Otherwise, I think this game would be over very soon.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I mean, he hung around. How aware were you? Obviously, you felt the control in feudal, but how ahead did you feel at this stage of the game? You're killing vills on exposed golds. You already have town centers. Did you think it was just GG, or were you still worried?
Well, his only chance was his mangonel forward for this MbL things, and I think I have enough economy lead, so I wasn't worried.
Okay, not worried as you lose your siege workshop. And as you lose your ranges, you not worried at all?
No. I think my economy was way better.
Okay. Because there was a moment where I was worried for you that you were throwing. Like right about here, I was like, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like it. Seems like it now, but I didn't feel any pressure at the moment.
Do you think that can happen sometimes where you're just so confident that you're ahead in a situation that can be bad? Or do you think you normally have a good read on what the situation actually is?
I think I usually have a good read, and it's good to be confident.
Yeah. Because
you will be calm. You will not panic and do some stupid move.
Makes sense. All right, well, you're up 3-0. Membit is already borderline crying because he doesn't want there to be a sweep in his tournament. And you pick Sicilians, and I don't know what MbL was doing with his villagers exactly, but he decides to Vill fight a bit. You just wall it out, and then you go Sergeants. It looked perfect. So we talked about confidence.
Yeah, again, another perfect start. And I messed up again.
What'd you do wrong? It to me, it felt like everything was perfect, and you took this fight, and you thought it was GG. And you won.
That fight was way too dumb. I shouldn't have taken it at all.
So you think it's better to like just back up and not advance?
Yeah, I should just go around his base, like killing villager with my surgeon.
Okay.
And make skirmisher in the MbL.
I mean, I thought you were going to win that fight anyways because I thought sergeants were so good. Did you think you were going to win that fight?
I thought so as well.
Okay. I love how in the previous game I asked you about confidence and if you could be overconfident, and that might have actually been an example of being overconfident. Yeah. Well, I mean, from there, he rebounded a little bit. But then MbL was in a really nice position out of nowhere, and you resigned pretty quickly. So were you worried? You lost one game finally, down 3-1, or were you able to shake that off with no nerves?
No. Losing one game at that point, I wasn't worried.
Okay. So
At least not yet.
what do you think of this matchup, Bengalis Chinese? Because obviously it's 9 villagers start now. It's a little bit easier for Chinese to get producing villagers. So we felt as though Chinese looked arguably better than Bengalis.
Well, I still prefer Bengalis, but I think I was playing way too defensive. After losing the water, I should just go all in with monks and siege.
Do you think the second monastery was a mistake here instead of a siege workshop?
No. The third TC was a mistake. I should have only built 2 TCs.
Got it. And pressure that area.
Yeah.
Got it. Well,
It kind of got me worried because he has outposts everywhere. I think that's the reason why I didn't commit to the aggression in early game.
did you see that he was mining stone with your outpost? You had vision there, but you were obviously doing other things.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, got it. I was so confident in you, Yo. I was like, because we had that pause. So I told Meb, Yo is going to see the vills on stone because he has the outpost. He's going to add the siege workshop. And MbL is going to build a crappy defensive castle. And then you go second monastery, and MbL just comes forward and builds that castle. And I was like, oh, man. So did you get nervous here at this stage?
Nope. Oh, no, yeah. I knew I was losing. Actually, the pause gave me the idea of docking in the pond in the middle.
Okay.
And I like my idea very much.
Okay.
But then I saw the forward castle and I was like, okay, I'm dead.
Okay, well, then this game, I mean, MbL suddenly has life. Pretty good start for you here, I felt, because you had scouts out so fast, and he spent a lot of time recovering. What do you think about the matchup, though, Georgians, Tatars? Were you happy with your Civ? Do you think Tatars are better or worse or what?
I think they are pretty close. But I personally prefer Georgians.
Okay. You lost a lot of archers here. Was that a worry for you?
No. I wanted to see if he was committing to the full scout. I wanted to see how much upgrade he will have. So I was ready for this archer to be killed.
Okay. Yep. And you go crossbow and cav archers. Yeah, and I just feel like MbL did a great job this game and the previous 2 games of breaking you a little bit when you felt comfortable. Because you probably felt very comfortable right now, and then the Siege Workshop changed everything. Was that a surprise, I guess? The Siege Workshop came from
you
that
always
position?
see it coming against MbL. You always see it coming.
What should you have done differently then? Because this happened really fast.
I think that I should war more when he made a ram. If I can get a mangonel out before he break into my base, I would be in a much better position.
Okay, so like delete the farm, house,
Yeah.
Stonewall. Yeah, makes sense. Well, you got the castle up soon after this, after defending this, and you start to make Manaspa. But Manaspa are fairly low HP now, right? So they could die off pretty quickly against cav archers. So how concerned were you against Tatar CA that it might not be enough to just go full Manaspa?
I was kind of worried, but then I saw his upgrade was really slow. He was doing the attack, the +3 attack.
Yep.
And he was doing that really slow. I knew his economy wasn't the greatest, so I didn't worry that much.
This castle was nuts. You could have lost the game right there with that castle, but you felt like it had to be there?
I killed some units before I made that castle. I was confident I can get it up.
Okay.
I had more army.
Yeah. And then here, the Manaspa get the kills. You probably saw everything you wanted to see right there on screen. And you eventually, I think MbL taps out right after this. You had control of the stone, and he wasn't really able to fight on from there, and you end up winning. So you said you were nervous that maybe you would throw. You get the job done. You're top 8, guaranteed minimum. You're going up against a player you know very well in the Viper in the quarterfinals. So how are you feeling? Classic matchup for you to be up against the Snake.
I don't think. I just want to win. I don't think about it that much.
Okay. And that's
But
intentional.
you got extra motivated to beat the Viper, or just like another one?
No. Every time I want to think about it, I just stop. I don't want to overthink my
told me
future match.
That's better.
That's so unlike casters, yo. You realize that, right? Like we think and we talk so much. I remember asking you on the way to an event as we were walking from the hotel what you thought about the matchup, and I think you responded with, "I just don't think." You're like, I don't allow myself to think about it.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing.
How do you do that though? Like, how do you just shut off your brain? Do you just think about other things? Do you think about like what you're gonna eat for dinner, or like League of Legends, or how do you not think about it?
Yeah, just think about anything else too. Like, I'm playing Viper tomorrow. Every time my brain is like ring out Viper's name, I just think something else. Coffee, legend.
Okay.
Better. Well, it's Friday, Mr. Yo. You can rest and you can prepare properly. You know, it's gonna be on Friday.
Lots
Good luck, Mr. Yo.
Lots of time to think.
Yeah. Congratulations, Mr. Yo. Take care, man.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.